Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Columbus Blue Jackets were in D.C. last night to finish up a 4-game road trip. The CBJ were dominated in the nation's capital, losing the game 5-1. The Jackets have lost 3 of their last 4 games. They'll try to get back in the win column tomorrow at home versus the Toronto Maple Leafs. Monday Night Football was in San Francisco last night. The Carolina Panthers were visiting the 49ers with a chance to get to first place in the NFC South with the win. Carolina kept it close throughout, but the 49ers had control of most of this game with help from Christian McCaffrey, who had 142 total yards and a touchdown. San Fran beat Carolina 20-9. And finally, in the NBA, the Cavs lost to the Raptors 110-99. This update was sponsored by Dr. Mark Levy. If you're snoring and not sleeping, call Dr. Mark Levy's office at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP. That's 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or online at sleepbettercolumbus.com.
Good morning, Columbus.
Joe, that ain't good enough. Come on, Joe.
Wait, no. Not this one.
Frizzle F tight, F fly, pass 37 punch, waggle, help, baby dizzy, X fan on the turbo.
Thank you, baby.
Football, man.
It's time to listen to a bald, fat loudmouth
Mr. T-Bone.
and a former football player.
And that ball intercepted by Tyvis pal.
Wow, no radio station has ever done that before.
Does it work for those people?
No, it never does. But it might work for us.
Welcome to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Beat Michigan. Go Bucks. It's a big week, as you know. Turkey Day. Football on Turkey Day. Football after Turkey Day. On Friday, there's a bunch of games. Saturday, you know what it is. Big noon. All right here on the Fan. Up in Ann Arbor. Tyvis, we're sending up there as an emissary from the winning Ohio State Buckeyes. The years where the Buckeyes just got gold pants like they got a glass of water from the water fountain. Now, that's where we're sending you, to go up to Ann Arbor to remind everybody that's how it is. It's what we do. We go up there and win.
Just win.
Just win, baby. That's it. That's it. Super easy. Just an easy thing to do. Go up there and show them what's up.
It really feels like Christmas. It really does.
Does it to you?
It's got that anticipation factor to it.
I, too, have anticipation. It feels like the anticipation before a root canal, where it's just, I don't know how this is going to go.
You got to stop.
I don't know how this is going to go.
You really, I really feel bad for you. I do.
You should.
Because, like, this 90s thing really messes you up.
Tyvis.
To the fact that you really believe. Like, I just don't see it.
Tyvis, when you guys were rolling and you were beating them every year and all that stuff, the very next year, I would still be the one where people would be like, there's no juice to this game. I wish it was a real rivalry. I'm like, someone should tell my stomach that, because I still would get nervous, even when it was 8 straight,
so you've
9 straight.
You've always been like this.
Yeah. But then the last 4 years, they haven't won it since 2019. You know how it makes me feel. I've talked about this. I'm not,
This is the year of old records or old things getting shattered.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
If Shador could go out there and be the first rookie to win since 95, then the Buckeyes certainly get in a 4-game losing streak.
Come on.
I just feel like it's time. It's ran its course.
I hope it has. I'd love for that to be the case, but it actually has to happen. So we've got plenty to talk about there. We will get into some Buckeye discussion as we go out throughout the show. We will talk a little bit about the wide receiver situation. Some news happened there. We also, for what it's worth, we have Morning Wood coming up at 6:45. Dylan will ask us questions. We will try to answer them as best we can. We will also talk with Jean-Luc Grandpierre, the hyphenator, will join us at 7:17. Jackets lost to the Caps yesterday in Washington. Bad going to worse, because not only did they get smoked, they lost a bunch of key pieces yesterday. Apparently all got hurt. How long they're all out, we'll get into with him and try to figure that out. Also, at 8 o'clock, we're going to talk to some guy named Jim Trestle. So if you'd like to hear from the lieutenant governor of the state, obviously a guy who knows a thing or two about beating Michigan, we are going to talk to him at 8 o'clock.
I thought we were going to ask him about policies and things of that nature.
Yeah, that's good. Let's get into that. Let's talk about, the tax plan for Ohio. Maybe we could talk about the map for all the Senate and House races. That'd be good. Gerrymandering. Let's get into what are his thoughts on gerrymandering? Let's talk about that. And then at 8:30, we'll talk with a Big Ten network co-host of yours, Fox Sports correspondent as well, Jake Budd, Michigan player, but Central Ohio guy, knows the rivalry as well as anyone. We will talk to him about all that. So lots of Ohio State-Michigan conversation to start off. But Can I just say last night, that Jackets game, how utterly frustrating it was to watch that team play.
It was very one-sided.
Very one-sided. And the problem is not just that it's one-sided, right? Sometimes you have a game where you're just not playing your best. I will never fault a team because maybe they're not as skilled. That's on management, right? That's on getting the right players to be in the right spots. Problem is when you're not giving effort, and I felt like last night was a complete lack of effort game for this team.
This is the second time that this season that we've said it was a game early on. It was like maybe the fourth or fifth game of the season. Maybe it was the Capitals. It was a game where they like lived on defense. Like everybody's like, well, they're not skating well and all of those things. And this very much was the same, where it just looked like, like it's a scheduled loss, which in this situation, there's no such thing. Obviously, we talked to Bob about it yesterday, and, I asked him, and I said, when you look at this game, how serious is this game given the standings? And it seems like Washington got the message.
Yeah, they did.
They got the message.
They did.
It was like, we're going to take advantage of this opportunity.
The Capitals scored 3 goals in 3 minutes and 31 seconds, including 2 in a 12-second span in the final minute of that stretch. So they made it 4-0 after the second intermission, or at the second intermission, and it's all she wrote. Sorry, Jackets were not good enough yesterday. So we will talk about that with Jean-Luc Grandpierre when he comes on at 7:17. Also, the news keeps looking bad for the Crew if you wanted to keep Wilfried Nancy, the head coach there, which I am someone who did want that to happen. I would have liked him to stay, but...
Make it beautiful.
Oh, yeah. Impossible is an opinion. That's what he said. Impossible is an opinion. Like, put that on a shirt. They did, actually. They sold it, and it was very popular. I may even have that shirt now that I think about it.
Of course you do.
Yeah. But won MLS Cup here in 2023. These teams were very, very talented, played very, very hard for him. It appears that the news now, the reporting yesterday was there had been rumblings he was talking to Celtic. There had been rumblings he even flew over there to meet with the owner and all that stuff. But now it's come out officially that Celtic has basically called the Crew and said, let's work out a deal to make this happen. They plan to make him their next manager. They'd like to have the deal done by next weekend.
Whoa. What do you mean work out a deal? You got to work a deal with the team?
Well, here's the thing. He's under contract with the Crew. The Crew aren't firing him.
Has that stopped anybody before?
No, but there's compensation involved when.
Oh,
if you
how much is he worth? How much is he worth?
It's probably going to be some financial compensation coming back. I mean, because they're not in the same league.
Everybody has their price.
They're not going to. So this is how it works in international soccer and this is with players and coaches. You talk with the player first, the representative for the player, right? They all talk and say, here's what it's going to take to get this guy under contract. And then it's like, well, he would love to play for you, but that's not enough. They work that number out. They get to like, okay, if you will sign him for this number, he will definitely sign with you. That's good.
Okay.
Now, that player's under contract with a different team in a different country.
Okay.
So they have to call that team up and say, hey, we want your guy. And then that team in the country who has the contract will say, great, give us $30 million and you can have him. And then the other team says, we were thinking more like $15 million. And then they negotiate that number. Then when the guy, they might pay a club $20 million, $30 million, $60 million, $100 million transfers have happened in soccer. Yeah.
Somebody paid $100 million for
just for the contract. And then when you get that, you get the right to pay that player $100 million a year, or $50 million a year, $70 million a year, whatever you want to pay that player.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
You have no concept of world soccer, how big these contracts are. It's so different than what we have in the NFL.
I want to
NBA.
make sure that I'm understanding you correctly.
Okay. Go ahead.
I got 2 minutes to figure this out.
That's fine.
So you mean to tell me that, let's say that I'm playing for the Crew, and let's say my contract is worth $40 million.
Well, it's the Crew, so let's say it's $400,000, but sure. Okay. Let's say it's $4 million. Let's say it's $4 million. You're a really good player.
Let's say it's $4 million, right?
And you're under contract for 3 more years.
And another team from another league across the world, says, "Hey, we want you." Mm-hmm. They can, sign me, right? They can trade for whatever.
Yeah, they can transfer you.
They can tell the Crew, "Hey, we'll give you $10 million for his contract," and then they'll pay the $10 million. And then I have another.
You go over there and
negotiate
like,
another contract,
hey,
or do they just say you gonna stay on that $400,000?
Oh no, that's a new contract for you because you didn't sign with them. Yeah.
No, listen. If somebody want to trade for Tyvis's rights, I am for it.
I'm trying to look up the largest transfer fee in soccer history, and I'm doing this obviously on the fly.
I feel like we talked about somebody had a large transfer fee. Is it not Cucho Hernandez?
Oh, yeah. But Cucho Hernandez, the Crew got like $16 million for his. That was the transfer fee to the Crew. And then he's making probably between 7 and 10 a year over there in Spain.
Okay.
All right. Neymar, who played for.
Oh, my goodness.
You know who Neymar is?
Yeah, we know who Neymar is.
All right. Neymar played for Barcelona.
Yes.
Huge club. Got transferred to PSG, Paris Saint-Germain.
Okay.
Big French club. The fee to transfer him was 222 million euros. So
what?
Over $200 million. That was the fee paid by the French club to Barcelona to get his contract. And then they're probably paying that man $50 million a year at the height of the contract when they signed it.
What?
Yes. This is why when people are like, the NFL's the biggest sport in the world, it's like, you got guys, the highest paid players in your league are making 40, 50 million a year. The guys in Europe are getting 4 times that just for the rights to talk to them. So you don't even, I'm not trying to be soccer guy. I'm not trying to say you have the only thing that comes close to it is what happened with Shohei Ohtani, because the Dodgers had to do that. And they've done it with a few other Japanese players, too, in Major League Baseball, where those players are under contract in Japan, and then they go talk to Major League Baseball, and they say, yeah, this guy wants to come over to Major League Baseball. We have him under contract for 4 years. We're paying him $30 million a year. What are you going to do to compensate us for getting rid of this great player? And they're like, I don't know, $20 million, $30 million? What do you want? And that's just to get the rights to the player. So sorry to break your brain on that, but that's where we are. That's what's happening. So that'll happen with Wilfried Nancy, most likely. Probably not $200 million, but something like that will occur. What is the likelihood that Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate are playing this week? We'll talk about it next. D-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Roosters. For every $50 you spend in Roosters gift cards this holiday season, you'll receive a $10 Roosters bonus buck. Available at Roosters locations or at roosterswings.com.
You know, most people will agree with this. Life is a lot better without pain and more comfort. Hey, it's Anthony. I used to buy the over-the-counter insoles thinking that just the cushion itself would solve everything. It didn't. So I finally got serious about support. I went to the Good Feet store where I was personally fitted for arch supports. I started feeling relief, more stability, and stuff stopped aching. My lower back felt better. I don't care whether you're an athlete or you're retired. Get greater comfort and confidence from personally fit arch supports from the Good Feet store. That's because their arch supports are designed to align your body from the feet up, and they can help provide relief from pain and discomfort like it has for me. They have an expert staff trained to understand your specific needs, and they recommend the best solutions. It's simple. Just stop by the Good Feet store at one of their convenient locations on Polaris Parkway or Stringtown Road in Grove City, or, of course, learn more, a lot more, at goodfeet.com.
Does your vehicle need maintenance, but you don't have time? Krieger Ford's got you covered. Enjoy our convenient pickup and delivery service, or we come to you with our mobile service van. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. Schedule your appointment today only at KriegerFord.com.
Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
My toilet's clogged, backed up too. The sink is running slow. Water's backed up everywhere. Oh, please don't overflow.
Clogged drain, no problem. It's 93 or free. I'll clear any drain or you don't pay with a 1-year guarantee.
It's 93 or free.
Guaranteed. Call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
This sports report is brought to you by Bet365. When it comes to sportsbooks, Bet365 has it all. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be located in Ohio.
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can fast track your future in IT starting now? Take your mark, get set, go for IT. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
From moving compliance targets to shifting regulations, the pressure to stabilize is growing. At Plant Moran, we help you meet complexity with confidence. We cut through the noise and give you the tools to act, ground your planning in insights, and tailored tax strategies from senior specialists so the next step you take is on solid footing. Don't chase stability, lead with it. Plant Moran. Stability, period.
Hi, the Scott Antique Markets are back again at the Ohio Expo Center, featuring hundreds of vendors with collectibles and merchandise from all over the world. The market is one weekend monthly, November through March. Build your family heirlooms. You can find everything that gets old. Just take I-71 to exit 111 to enjoy America's favorite treasure hunt. Visit thescottantiquemarket.com for more information. Come join us at the Ohio Expo Center for the Scott Antique Markets. It's huge. It's the Scott Antique Markets this weekend.
Fraud in government is a crime, and it robs taxpayer dollars. I'm Ohio Auditor of State Keith Faber, and my job is to catch people that lie, cheat, and steal, report suspicious behavior, and help stop fraud. Learn the red flags, speak up, and protect your tax dollars by calling 1-866-FRAUD-OH.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Get a recap of all the day's news from across the state. The ONN Daily Podcast. Listen at onnradio.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts from the Ohio News Network. When the coach speaks, we listen. Ryan Day's weekly press conference comes your way every Tuesday at noon.
Sponsored by The Roofing Guys. For all your roofing, siding, and gutter needs, contact The Roofing Guys at theroofingguys.com.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We're looking at a mix of clouds and sunshine here for your Monday with highs into the mid to upper 50s here for this afternoon. Winds fairly light at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Heading into tonight, we're tracking more clouds and eventually some rain arriving after midnight, which will continue into the day on Tuesday. Highs are in the upper 50s here on your Tuesday, but we're tracking a cold front that will bring a few more rain showers here into Wednesday morning. And that's a look at your 10 weather impact forecast. I'm meteorologist Aaron White here on 97.1 The Fan.
Drop what you're doing unless you're doing nothing, then keep doing that. It's Rivalry Week.
Sponsored by your Central Ohio Toyota dealers.
Go Bucks, beat Michigan. Both of these men love the Browns. Also, both of these men hate the Browns. If you know, you know. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Buckeyes, Michigan, high noon in Ann Arbor. Tyvis Powell's going to be there with Big Ten Network. I'm going to be at home, chewing my fingernails and wanting to throw up. Anyway, you can start listening bright and early, 6:30 in the morning. All the coverage will be right here on The Fan on Saturday.
Why? Wait a minute. When the last time you went to the game?
Oh, I went the year that, did you? Well, I'm trying to think if you were there in 2012.
Correct.
Yeah, right. That was the undefeated year.
Yes.
That didn't count because we can't take bowl bans for the Gator Bowl, but we can take them during the Anyway, that year, that was when they honored the 10-year anniversary of the 02 national champions. Tressel was getting hoisted up on the shoulders.
Off, yeah.
I was at that game.
You mean to tell me that was the game you went to?
Yeah, man. I have kids and a family.
Shame on you. Shame on you. What? Is it the weather's been bad? Is that the problem? Is
No.
it a little too cold for you?
Listen.
If it was a dome, I bet you'd have been there multiple times. I just want to make sure that you.
That's not even the case. Are you kidding me? I love going to live sporting events. However, my current life situation of the last decade and a half has been raising children and being a part of that. And so we've had a lot going on throughout most of those years. So yeah, it's been a little tough to just rearrange the schedule and get out to go to the games. But we always have time to watch the game at home. That's more where we're at in life.
So
trust
now,
So
now all of a sudden we care about the kids?
Yeah, I do care about the kids. I changed jobs.
This is the same guy who said, I'd make my kids go to that nasty Browns game where it was just raining and stuff.
No. You misunderstand. Let me be very clear.
Oh, okay.
I'm not wasting money on a Michigan ticket for a 5-year-old to go out there and after 2 minutes.
Would you do it for the Browns?
No, I didn't take them to that either.
You wanted to.
I'm saying the last 10, 15 years, I've had children who weren't of age where they'd want to go sit out for 4 hours and watch a college football game. But now we're getting to that point. So you know what? Next year might just be the year.
I'm not much,
to their first Michigan
I'm not
game.
much better, Tyvis. I went 1 year after that, and that's the last time I see the game.
The year I had to pick.
Tyvis, when's the last year you went to a Michigan game?
The year you won the national championship. That Michigan game.
The year we won it.
The year
that was
JT got hurt.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
But you won it.
You got to stop. Every time you come to a game, there was something bad happening. You need to stay away.
When's the last time you went to a Michigan game? Don't yell at us.
The last time
when you
went.
when you weren't playing.
Never.
See? Why am I getting
You know how many
yelled at for
Ohio
this?
State games I went to since I've been gone?
How many?
Like that I physically sat in the stands and watched. One. 2019.
How have I been to more than you?
2019 against Wisconsin, home, where Chase Young absolutely blew the entire game up. That was the last game that I sat in the stands and watched the whole game.
Okay. So why are you yelling at me?
Well, it's different.
Why is it different for me?
I'm working.
You can go anytime you want. Just be like, hi, I'm Tyvis Powell. They'll be like, sure, here you go,
since
sir.
that particular Saturday,
Sit in the suite.
I have worked every Buckeye game day somewhere. Either for the fan
or
the Big Ten.
But you could have taken it off and just been like, hey, I want to go.
I could do what?
Yeah.
I could do what? What did you just say?
They honored your team in the shoe last year.
And guess what I was doing?
You skipped it.
Working.
I know. You could have said,
what
hey,
what do you want to do? Do you want to be honored or do you want to make money? Which one is more important?
You know what? For some of us, being honored would be a really nice thing. So I'm just saying, like, that's a good accomplishment. You could have gone back for that. You chose not to. You chose to go get a check, and that's fine too.
Yeah, every time.
No, I would have praise me. Yes, I would have taken that.
Praise me.
That's worth its weight in gold. I would have taken that, and then go get my check the next week. I'd have done that.
By the way, you said every time I go, something bad happens. Some would argue that JT getting hurt was a good thing. I'm not saying I'm saying that.
Wow.
Oh, that's messed up.
I'm not saying that I'm saying that, but I've heard that. Been said by people.
No.
Not good that anybody got hurt.
Right.
But your guy.
Who?
Your roommate.
Never heard of him. I was just with him yesterday.
He had a bit of a game, Carnell Jones. 12 gauge was pretty good the rest of the way.
Every time I'm with him, I really question, like, how is it that this man, of all the people in the earth, is the one that came in there and just played decent? I ain't going to say he played good. He played decently.
Why do you question that?
Because, do you know him?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. He did it. He did the thing. I know you, and you did things. What's the point?
What's that supposed to be?
I'm just saying, everybody is, surprising in their own way. That's all. I'm surprised that you were able to do that. That's great. You're surprised that Carnell could do it. That's fine. We're all surprised. You're surprised that I'm still standing after all these, burritos that I've had in my life. So that's fine. By the way, I saw Ann Arbor, the forecast for this weekend. 34 is the high for Saturday. Right now, that's the projected high. Periods of snow in the morning.
I got a 2-hour show outside.
Have fun.
Yeah.
I'd love to be there with you.
Are you going to go to the game after?
Yeah, I'm going to the game.
Okay,
Are you crazy?
There we go. Well, we just talked about how many games you haven't gone to.
I'm about to stand out there for 2 hours and do a pregame show and not go to the game? I might as well reward myself. What I'm going to do, get in the car, drive home, and watch the game on the road when I can just watch it there?
I wasn't sure if there was somewhere else that you needed to go to get another bag or something. I don't know.
That's true, yeah.
You know
Did you
what?
have another job you had lined up to go to?
While y'all messing around, it's this early. Somebody can still call me and ask me to do something, and I sure will say, forget that game. I watch it on replay.
All right. We got some clarity on Jeremiah Smith. Can I get to this? Because he was on the Downs to Business podcast with Caleb and his brother. Is it Josh Downs? Plays for the Colts?
Correct.
Right. So he was on this podcast. I don't think the podcast has come out yet. I could be wrong.
It comes out tomorrow.
Okay. So this was the teaser. They're
great
smart
teaser.
because they put this out. It's only 15 seconds. There's music behind it, but here you go. This is Jeremiah Smith being interviewed on the Downs to Business podcast.
First things first, it's on everybody's mind. You know the question. How we doing? How we feeling? How we doing?
I'm feeling good. Dealing with a little situation, injury-wise, but I should be good to go Saturday.
Okay. All right.
Broke the internet.
Dealing with a little situation injury-wise, but I should be good to go Saturday. that is the clarity that we are seeking, friends. That's all I need to hear.
So you good now?
I'm fine.
You feel
I'm
better?
fine with him. Carnell Tate, I got questions, but with him, I'm good.
I'm off of watch now, Tyvis.
Oh my
I'm good now.
What do I get on this show and just talk? Y'all don't listen to me when I talk.
No. You
like,
don't.
Y'all think I just be saying stuff
like,
to just say it?
Tyvis, did you come on here and say, "Hey guys, don't worry, I talked to Jeremiah Smith, Carnell Tate, someone over there.
No,
they told me
that's not what I
he's
no,
good."
No.
Okay, so what you said was, "Man, don't worry." You just say that, and then I'm supposed to be like, "Oh, well, Tyvis says not to worry." What were you saying last year? Worry? No, you were probably saying don't worry last year when they lost 13-10. I'm allowed to worry. Now, if you have some hardcore insight where you're like, yes, I talked to these guys and they said they're fine.
I haven't talked to them. I just know them.
What do you mean you know them?
Like I've been in their shoes. Like there's no way you skip a game like this. Especially him.
Okay.
Especially him. He's not.
Yes, fine. Carnell Tate's situation, can we acknowledge, is a little different? A little weird. I mean, here's where we're at with Carnell Tate. Purdue game, he was fine, could have played. Was that not what Ryan Day said after the game?
Not 100% sure what he said, but
I'm pretty sure he said something to that effect where he said he had a little thing in warm-up. We just held him out as a precaution, just a precaution. So other than that, the idea coming out of that was he would have played if it was a meaningful game. It was Purdue. Then they did
say that.
Play UCLA at home.
Okay.
He's not even dressed. And then everyone goes, whoa, well, where did that come from? He's out. And then that's when we found out Jeremiah Smith had his issue. But he played in that game. So then after the 2 weeks where we just don't see Carnell Tate at all, then obviously last week, panic. And everyone having the debate of, well, should you even play him this week if he's missing 2 games in a row, or do you want him to get out there and knock the rust off? Well, once again, he doesn't even dress and isn't even available for the game against Rutgers. So the Carnell Tate situation is concerning, is it not? Because this went from he's not even really injured, we just took a precaution, to he hasn't played in 3 games. So which one is it? Was he really not injured and we're just holding him out for a variety of other reasons, which we're not getting into? Either he's being punished or he's holding out for the NFL. I don't know.
Okay. I doubt that's the case.
I do too. But when you can't even give us an update on like, oh yeah, he has a calf strain and he's day to day. Now, we finally got a little of they're working through injuries, they're day to day. We did finally get that from Ryan over the weekend. But like, that's, of course, we're all going to speculate and say, what the hell's going on with Carnell Tate? Because it went from he's not even hurt to now he hasn't played in 3 weeks.
I do understand, like, being on the outside, like, looking in, like, it looks weird. And when you don't have a coach that don't give answers, it just leads to so many different thoughts, And that's why I'm more become I like when coaches just say what it is. Bang, it's a calf. It's a hamstring. He's looking at baby 3 or 4 weeks, something like that. Like, I like that because then it at least allows the outside world to be like, oh, well, he said it's a hamstring or he said it's a calf. It's supposed to be 4 weeks. Look at the clock. Okay, this is about week 4. All right, blah, blah, blah. But when you don't address it, it leads to, was it gambling? Is he getting ready for the NFL? Is he hurt?
Gambling.
It's just like, is he being suspended? Like, it's like so many wild things that come up, and it's ridiculous. It really is.
We're going to continue talking about this because you're right. It does lead to a lot of questions, and I think it's worthwhile for us to explore those questions and or just to further discuss this. Like, why is Ryan Day kind of evading this question? I think there are legitimate reasons why he could be doing that. We'll talk about them in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Green & Sons. Family owned and operated for over 45 years. Green & Sons will help you find your next Kubota tractor. Located in Mount Sterling and north of Marysville. And online at greenandsons.com.
It's the year-end sales event with the Ford crew.
It's sales event time, Sam.
Temperatures are dropping, but the deals are just getting hot.
Time for our annual Ford Holiday Gift Guide.
Oh, yeah.
Hard to go wrong with great deals on trucks and SUVs from Ford, America's all-time best-selling auto brand.
Don't forget the first rule of holiday gift giving, Hank.
What's that, Sam?
Always remember to treat yourself too.
Well said.
Based on Automotive News Almanac historical data and industry-reported sales data from 1909 through 2024 CY.
Warm up with toasted burritos, bowls, and quesadillas at Hothead Burritos. Crispy golden on the outside, perfectly melted cheese on the inside. Let us toast yours today because everything's better toasted at Hothead Burritos. Get up and get you some.
Hey, Bobby Carpenter here. After retiring from professional football, I never expected that me, Bobby, I'd have low testosterone. So I went to my friends over at Affinity, I got my labs done, and now I've been on a testosterone replacement plan with Affinity for 8+ years. Best of all, they've supplemented it with peptides and lots of other great products. Learn why me and thousands of men trust the experts at Affinity to feel their best. Get more energy, better workouts, feel like yourself again. And do not waste another day. Get started at feelgreatcolumbus.com today.
Hey friends, Beamer here. Thanksgiving, as we know, is right around the corner. And what better way to say thank you than $500 off to a thinner, healthier you? Now through Thanksgiving, Awaken 180 is giving our great listeners $500 off your program. Visit them online at awaken180weightloss.com.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
Tyvis Powell is a legendary Buckeye. T-Bone loves to eat Buckeyes. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Tweet the program at Bone and Tyvis 971. Of course, the talk. Ohio State, Michigan, noon here on the Fan. All the coverage all week long. We will have Jim Trestle coming up at 8. We will talk with Jake Butt, former Michigan player, and of course, Pick North grad. Talk to him at 8:30, all about the rivalry, of course. So lots of talk about that. But the wide receiver conversation, Jeremiah Smith yesterday going on the Caleb Downs podcast and saying, yeah, pretty much I should be good to go, and I'm going to be good to go for that game. Word is that Carnell Tate will be on Jackson Smith and Jigba's podcast to give us his.
I don't get the comparisons to JSN. I really don't, because
we talking about
everyone's saying that he's
injury.
doing I feel like people are misremembering what happened with JSN. For what I remember, and you guys can tell me if I'm wrong, is he had a hamstring injury.
Yes.
He tried to come back, had a setback, and then that's when he decided, you know what, I have bigger fish to fry in the NFL. I'm going to shut it down and get ready for the draft. Yeah. I feel like we're nowhere close to that yet, so I don't understand where the comparisons are coming from.
Well, I think it's not a comparison based in like, this is exactly how that went. It's a vibes comparison. It's a, this doesn't, look, you can't deny that. And let me be clear about Carnell Tate. I am hopeful that he will play this weekend. From everything I've heard, there's a very good shot he's playing this weekend, okay? I know nothing. I'm not reporting anything. But if I do find something out that is like actual factual stuff, I will let you know. All the stuff I've heard hearsay-wise that I wouldn't go on and say that's a fact, the hearsay stuff is that he's going to play, okay? But the concern here is that Carnell Tate went from he's not even really hurt, he just had a little minor tweak, and we thought, let's be safe than sorry, he could have played against Purdue, to now he hasn't played in 3 weeks. And that's leading people, I think, to go down the Jackson Smith and Jigba road of, well, this is a guy who's probably going to be a top 10, top 5 pick even, right? The way the conversation, was he there before the start of the year?
That he's top 10 pick?
Right.
He was going to be a first-round pick. I don't know about top 10.
Right, but I think
he's certainly played his way into the top 10 to where he's arguably wide receiver 1. It's like 5 other wide receivers that's arguably 1, but, you know.
He's in that conversation.
He's definitely in high consideration.
And if it is calf strain, you get why there would be a concern there. There's been conversation that's been an ankle injury. Okay, if that's the issue, then that's a little different for me, right? But calf strain, if you haven't paid attention in pro sports lately, a lot of guys who get calf strains end up also getting Achilles tears if they're not careful, right? So I can understand being cautious with that. I also just don't understand why there can't be clarity from Ohio State. The good reasons that Ryan Day,
they want it's none of y'all business. That's right.
Well, all right.
That's probably what they think. It's none of y'all business.
Here, I'm going to address that. Here, number one, I will say this. This is a good reason. This is one reason why I would accept Ryan Day not being transparent about the Carnell Tate injury. And that is quite simply if the player has said, Coach, I don't want you to tell anybody about this injury. I don't want it out there. Okay. I mean, if a player has said that to you directly, then I can understand as a coach saying, I'm going to honor that request. Makes it tough on me. I got to go out there and take all these bullets for you. People are going to be mad at me that I'm not telling people what's going on. But I'll do that for you if that's what you're asking. Okay? That's a legitimate reason to do it. But when it comes to the argument you just made, which I'm not saying Ryan Day is making this argument, but I have heard people say it, fans, why do we need to know his personal medical history? I don't, for what it's worth. I don't know if he's had his tonsils out or not. I don't know if Carnell Tate's had an appendectomy or not. I don't know what his family history is.
The sports books need to know, huh?
No. I don't need to know any of this like personal injury history or medical history when it comes to stuff that doesn't pertain to on the field. But he is a college football player. He is someone who, it bothers me so much when people ask us as fans to care about this stuff. And then the second we do care, they're like, whoa. Why do you care so much? It's like, because you told me to, because you've asked me to. Ryan Day gets $10+ million a year to coach football because everybody cares so much. That's how you get to live in the giant houses, because everyone cares here. So you can't be surprised when those same fans who care so much about this sport are asking if one of their favorite players is going to be available to play or not. I'm not asking you to tell us the medical procedures he's having done, but I think it is kind of silly that Ohio State won't just say, hey, he has a calf strain and he's day to day or week to week, or, he's doubtful to play. I mean, I'm not trying to compare, but Sharon Moore up at Michigan is literally telling everybody he's violating HIPAA left and right, apparently, according to some of the internet, because he's just out there like, oh, yeah, this guy's done for the year. This guy's probably out. This guy had an X-ray. It doesn't look good. Like, he just tells you, hey, this is where we're at.
Are you saying that you prefer Sharon Moore?
What I'm saying is I would prefer.
That's what it sounds like you said. It's not the right week to be saying
I heard the same thing. Tyus.
That's not what I said at all.
Not the right week to be saying that. That's all I'm saying.
If a terrible football coach like Sharon Moore can be confident enough to go, oh, yeah, this guy's hurt. That is what it is. Like, I'm not worried about letting you know that because my team's going to still go out and play. I don't know why Ohio State has to be so secretive about it. It would be so much more confident to just go out, this player is injured thusly. This is what you do in the NFL. Everything I hear about Ohio State is we're like the NFL. Bo talks about this all the time, and he's spot on. When you go to their fall camp, they run that like an NFL camp. Do they not?
Yes.
Okay. You want to pretend like this is the NFL? You want to say these guys are preparing you for the NFL? Guess what they do in the NFL? They tell everybody what your injury is. So you're allowed to do that in college football too, last I checked. Stop hiding behind the student-athlete thing. And just, again, only legitimate reason I will accept from Ryan Day is Carnell Tate or his family has asked that we don't put that out there. But then my response would be like, hey, look, I mean, this is big time college football. They have rules. We have to put this info out there. Technically, they have an injury report the Big Ten requires them to fill out. I guess we just ignore that. We just don't have to do that. There's no enforcement of that, apparently. You can't blame fans for caring, is all I'm saying.
I'm not. I'm not at all. But at the end of the day, I think what all makes this all better is if 17 dresses and runs out there, I think nobody would. All this is just.
Of course, but this is
for nothing.
Do you think we'd be devoting so much time to this if last week Ryan Day had said Jeremiah Smith has, I don't know, whatever his injury is, back injury, hamstring injury, quad injury?
Yeah, we'd still be talking about it.
Yeah, but it's like, but he's day to day right now, and he's getting treatment for it, and he's not practicing right now, but we hope to have him back in practice next week. Okay, we'd be asking for an update on that, but we wouldn't be sitting here speculating like, can he walk? Like we wouldn't.
Yes, we would.
No, we wouldn't be.
Yes,
we would not. We literally don't know what the injury is right now.
Yes, we would be on here. Is he going to play? Is he going to play? Is he going to be like?
We'd be asking if he was going to play.
All right.
But what we have now is literally like, is he even able to walk? Like, what severity of injury do we have with this?
What are you talking about?
Carnell Tate, Jeremiah Smith, until yesterday.
Clearly, it's a whole video that went viral of them both walking.
Yeah.
Yes,
and what do we do with that? We did the Zapruder film with that, where we're like, look at this step he's taking. It's very different if you just come out and say he has a such and such injury and he's day to day or week to week or like they do in the NFL.
Whether
he's on IR. Dude,
T-Bone, whether he said that or not, everybody's still going to have the same question. Is he going to play Saturday? No matter what. Like, no matter if you knew what his injury was or if you don't know what his injury, your question is he still going to play Saturday?
Yes.
All right. So what difference does it make if you know what the injury is or not? You still going to have the same question?
Yes, but I could turn. This is where logic fails, because then I could easily turn that question around. It's like, well, if everyone, it doesn't matter, so why not just tell everybody? everybody, because we're going to have the same question regardless. You think Michigan's out there like, oh, we got to change our defensive game plan if Carnell Tate's playing or not playing? They know. They're preparing like he's going to play. They're preparing like they have to try to stop him and Jeremiah Smith. If it comes out that they don't have to stop him, instead we run old Adolph out there again, then guess what? Their job just got a lot easier.
I watched a team lose like that. They didn't know what to do. They was prepared for, I think it was Jamar Chase and T. Higgins.
Mm-hmm.
And when both of them wasn't in the game, they didn't know what to do as a secondary. It was the Cleveland Browns.
Well, that's
what the secondary coach came out and said. He said, we weren't prepared to not see Jamar and T. Higgins.
Right.
It was the first time I ever seen a coach say that. I almost forgot
about that stupidity of that conversation. So, yes, thank you for reminding me, even in a conversation about the Buckeyes, just how dumb the Browns are at times. Look, I'm with you. Ultimately, Saturday at noon, we find out, right? But all of that, you could say the same thing.
I think we'll know a little bit before noon, but yeah.
Will we? If they're both listed as questionable and they're out there.
If they're out there warming up, you kind of would know if they're playing, wouldn't you?
I would presume if they're warming up, they're playing. All I'm trying to get to is we don't need this lack of transparency. That's all. You could just go out there and say it, because if you're preparing guys for the NFL, that's how the NFL works. You can just go out there and say, he has a calf strain, he's day to day. How long do you stay on IR when they initially put you on IR in the NFL?
Minimum.
Right. If they just said that at the Purdue game, Carnell Tate's going on IR for 4 weeks, that would bring us to this weekend. I'm just pointing out that, he's essentially been on NFL IR the last 3 weeks. Why not say it? What's wrong with that? Instead, he could have played. He could have played.
You know where they said it at? Inside the Woody.
Great. I wish someone over there would actually report. I wish we could get some insight from them, but no. We're not going to push for that. Okay, fine, whatever. Morning Wood coming up next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
More than a few of our patients have talked to me about their first time, but it's not the first time you're probably thinking about. It's the first time that erectile dysfunction ruined the moment. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if you're over 50, it's likely that you've had that first time yourself. But the good news is that if you're like most men, that first time can be the last time that ED impacts your sex life. At Tri-State Men's Health, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men using protocols with success rates well over 90%. And those treatments have, in most cases, made sex great again for both them and their partners. You could even find that you're performing like you haven't in years. So if ED has been affecting your intimacy, it's time to make the last time that happens the last time that happens. For just $99, you'll receive blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices in the tri-state area to serve you.
You have a chance to win a beautiful new custom home or cash prize this holiday season with a Home for the Holidays raffle. And help make wishes come true for Make-A-Wish Kids. One lucky winner will be announced on December 24th, so get your $100 ticket now. Just visit A Home for the Holidays, Columbus.org to buy your tickets. That's A Home for the Holidays, Columbus.org. Terms and conditions apply.
'Tis the season to be hungry at Roosters. That's why for every $50 spent on Roosters gift cards, you'll receive a $10 Rooster Buck back in your stocking. May your holidays be filled with friends and family, love and laughter, and of course, Roosters Wings. Go to roosterswings.com today or drop by any Roosters location to purchase your $50 holiday gift cards and receive a $10 Rooster Buck in return. Happy holidays from all of us at Roosters. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can fast-track your future in IT starting now? Take your mark, get set, go for IT. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
At Giant Eagle, we're here for the holidays because it's time to break out the family recipes. Because your get-togethers bring everyone together. Giant Eagle is helping bring the holiday magic home because it matters.
Get your furnace fixed fast. Call Care Heating and Cooling. 1-800-COOLING.
You can stream the game on your phone while you're gardening. You can stream it while you walk the dog. You can stream it at a trampoline park. You can even stream it at a monster truck rally. But the second you get behind the wheel, the game's over. Remember, Ohio, phones down. It's the law.
Rick Germain called me the other day and said, Mikey, we need you back at Germain Nissan. The dealership misses you, and people are forgetting how awesome Nissans are. I'm a dude that's owned pretty much every Nissan under the sun, and I'm excited to go back in and get my hands dirty. You have to be crazy not to consider a Nissan from Germain Nissan. J.D. Power ranked Nissan #1 in customer satisfaction among mainstream brands. Plus, with Germain's $1,000 price promise, no one will sell you a Nissan for less. Germain Nissan, 4300 Morse Road. GermainNissan.com.
Oh, this week it's Rivalry Week, or as we like to call it, Beat Michigan Week, or Try Not to Get Pepper Sprayed Week. Rivalry Week sounds better. Let's go with that.
Rivalry Week on the Fan is sponsored by your Central Ohio Toyota dealers.
Ryan Day's proven he has what it takes to win a natty, but can he take control of the biggest rivalry in sports? Will Julian Sayin or Jeremiah Smith have a Heisman moment? Will the Fan staff consume 500 wings in a single setting? Let's find out together. Proud to be your home of the Buckeyes, the Fan.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Ohio Heating and Bryant. Doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Your home for football, food, and fun. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
We'll talk to Jim Trestle coming up at 8 a.m. Before that, we'll talk to the hyphenator. Jean-Luc Grandpierre joins us at 7:17. Jackets got smoked last night. Everybody's hurt. Great. Fun. Talk about that coming up in the 7 o'clock hour. Also, last night, Monday Night Football, Niners got it done against the Panthers. Panthers are now 6-6. Their playoff hopes went down to like under 20%. But did you see after the game what happened?
I did not.
Juwan Jennings for the Niners lost his mind and was like pushing guys and punching dudes in the head. And everyone in the broadcast like, whoa, what is going on here? Well, they got a replay of it. Turns out one of the Panthers players went up to him at the end of the game and punched him right in the sack. Like not even, it was in the sensitive area.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking, he right uppercut there.
It was, I've never seen a guy punch someone in the balls exactly like that. To the point that after the game, Kyle Shanahan was asked about this, and he said, yeah, the guy took a cheap shot and hit him in the balls. I was real proud of Juwan for not losing his mind out there.
I love the fact that this is two coaches that's come out in full support of why players react the way that they react.
Well, Tyvis, we have guys spitting on players now.
Yeah.
We have that in the NFL. Now I got a dude punching someone in the balls at the end of a game that you're losing.
It's a new world we live in. You know, these kids today they different. You know, they
Is there I don't know what it means that these kids are doing this. I don't know what it means that these players would do that. I have no idea what would possess someone to spit on it and punch you in the balls. Like, what is this NFL we live in? This is not the NFL. This is dumb.
I don't understand. I would never understand why you think that you could either spit or punch somebody in the sack and think that's just going to be it. You know what? I'm going to do this, and that's just going to be it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do you think?
He's lucky he didn't.
You better be glad he ain't waiting on you in the parking lot.
Well, if any of the Niners teammates, I think most of them probably just didn't see what happened there. They probably just saw their teammate was mad. If they saw this, that dude probably doesn't get off the field, the dude for the Panthers who punched him. So, yeah, way to go. Like, let's just lower the standard even for the NFL of like.
Oh, the game is over.
Game's over. Done.
Oh, see, I didn't even realize
that. No, it's the end of the game. He has lost the game, and he just walks up to a dude who beat him and said, "Hey, bam," and punched him in the balls. And then,
well, he's probably getting suspended for a week for this.
You got to suspend him for sure.
2, I think Juwan ain't do enough.
I'm saying,
I'm gonna tell you right now. I know we don't.
Tyvis,
us football players don't wear cups.
Where would you have been if someone did that to you?
Incarcerated.
Yeah, that's.
It's good to know where you stand on the important issues. Oh my! This is Morning Wood.
All right, Dylan. Question number 1 for Morning Wood today.
So I feel like it's a consensus that despite the fact that the Buckeyes had the number 1 defense last year and won the national championship, that this year's is better. But which offense would you prefer, this year's or last year's?
Ooh. It's
Last
a good
year's
question.
not even close.
No, here's the only reason I say it's a good question, because I'm with you. I would take last year's for one specific reason. I'm guessing this is your reason?
The run game.
Yeah. That's, I mean.
Run game.
No. Like
we weren't questioning our right guard last year.
No. I feel like offensive line play was better. Certainly, surprisingly, last year, the offensive line was better. But having two guys who went in the top 35 picks, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I think that's a pretty good run game that you had there, and we were spoiled. So, yeah, I'll take last year's offense. Although I like a lot of what this year's offense can do, and I hope that they find some more in that running game. Morningwood question number 2.
Would you assume Lane Kiffin is leaving Ole Miss after the Egg Bowl?
Unless his name is Carnell Jones, he's out of here. The only person that would make a press conference to return.
I do remember we were broadcasting live because he did that press conference, I want to say like 4 or 5 in the afternoon. And Mike and I did 2 hours where we basically were just like, yeah, he's gone. So anyway, who's going to play quarterback? What's the situation? And then when he said, I'm back, we were like, oh, and it totally changed the dynamic. Yeah, Lane Kiffin, did they say he's doing a press conference? I mean, he does one after every game.
They're making an announcement.
They're making an announcement about his future. Yeah, I wonder if it will just be he's not returning and then saying nothing else and just saying he's going to coach out the rest of the season and then to let the chips fall where they may, or if they actually announce a school. Dylan, what was your original question again? Because now I just got to thinking about Carnell's situation.
Would you assume Lane Kiffin is leaving Ole Miss after the Egg Bowl?
I wouldn't assume that, no. Like, I actually think I can live in a world where a guy can say, I'm going to go take that job, but I have business to finish here first. Like,
I would imagine that's what he does.
Right. But like,
as far as him, like,
I'm saying he's not leaving after the Egg Bowl and never coaching at Ole Miss.
Oh, he's leaving, but he ain't leaving.
No, he's going to coach them in the playoffs.
He's a half foot out the door.
You know what, though? In the real world, people do this all the time where they say, yeah, I'm going over there to work, but I'm not leaving yet. I'm going to work here and finish out this project at my current job because I'm under contract for 6 more months. And then when that's done, I've already got my next gig lined up. That happens all the time. So why can't a football coach do that is my question.
When you said in the real world, I thought you was going to sing that one song. Ain't no crying to your mama.
Paramore. Look at you with the Haley Williams reference there. Great song. Love that. Do we have a Morningwood question number 3?
Yes. So
right.
JSN has already broken the Seahawks receiving record through only week 12.
Ridiculous.
Would you rather have Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, or JSN from this day forward?
Okay, Jamar Chase spit on a guy, so dead to me. Dead to me. So that's out. Justin Jefferson can't elevate J.J. McCarthy, so no. I'll take JSN. No, honestly, I mean, like, I love Jackson Smith and Jacobs' game. The way he's playing in the NFL, he looks phenomenal. The other 2 guys you mentioned have more of a track record, so I guess I would take the upside of JSN. It's probably where I'm at. Yeah, because I think the upside's huge for him.
This is a tough question. I'm trying to leave my OSU bias out of this. And that's the pride, and that's hurting me. JSN is playing elite ball right now. Like, he cannot be stopped. Sam Darnold is a good quarterback. Who was the quarterback last year for them? Geno, right?
Yeah, that's right.
What was JSN doing last year?
Not as good, but still fine.
Still
I think he had like 1,100 yards last year.
Oh, yeah, just 1,100 yards.
He already has more than that now.
I know, it's insane. What he's doing right now is he's on pace to get over 2,000 yards. Like, it's insane as a receiver to even think that.
This is a tough question. Right, you can't go wrong with any of them. Like, I mean, I'm good with any of them. If I had to just pick one.
That's why Dylan asked this question, by the way, because it is a good question. It makes you think. But you got to have an answer.
I'd take Jamar.
Spitting and all.
Yeah. He lost his mind.
He lost his mind.
Yeah.
Give him that huck and spit on that thing.
That's Tyvis' guy.
Did he punch anybody in the balls? Because that happened
it's
yesterday.
Coming next.
I guess so.
You want one more real quick?
Let's do one more Morningwood
All right,
question.
pull up your NFL schedules. What Thanksgiving Day game would you say you're looking forward to the most?
You know what's funny? I have
not even looked at none
been worried
of them.
about the Ohio State-Michigan game. I haven't even looked ahead to see what do we have.
Thursday, you got Green Bay Packers versus Lions, Chiefs, Cowboys, Bengals, Ravens.
Okay.
Green Bay versus Lions is the only good game. Well, the Cowboys and Chiefs
Cowboys could be a very good game.
The last one, well, Joe will be back, but that's...
I mean, yeah, they all have intrigue with Joe Burrow supposedly coming back.
Yeah,
I feel like they're all watchable games.
Chiefs Cowboys is the one I want to watch.
Yeah, that's the one I would probably be the most tuned in on, as much as though, like, Packers-Lions is a rivalry game, right? I think I'm just curious to find out if this Chiefs team is going to continue to, like, grow, build, hang on by the skin of their teeth, and start winning these games and stacking up and trying to fix this record. And if so, like, I mean, beating the Cowboys, I don't think is, like, the greatest thing in the world, but the Eagles couldn't just this past weekend. So
what a choke job by them.
That was a terrible choke job. Of course it was. Awful. I'm probably going to have that Chiefs-Cowboys game on as the most intriguing, but Packers-Lions is right there, too. They're both going to be fun, I think. Bengals-Ravens.
Ravens, I'm only going to be able to watch a little bit because we have to come to work tomorrow,
no kidding.
The next day.
Speaking of the NFL, the Browns have named Shedeur Sanders their starting quarterback again this week. Tyvis and I both have thoughts. We'll share those with you next. T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, traffic is still starting to pick up in a couple different spots throughout the metro, especially for our friends over in our southeast corner. We're talking Carnell, Winchester, and Pickerington this morning. Really slow moving on 33 westbound as you're heading past that area, maybe heading downtown. Westbound at Gender Road, looking at 10 miles per hour already, folks. Almost at single digits this morning. But hey, some much better news for our friends in Madison County. Definitely take 70 eastbound if you can, heading downtown this morning. West Jefferson to 270 will only take you 13 minutes on this Tuesday. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Skyline's mac and cheese three-way is back. This time with white cheddar cheese and creamy cavatappi pasta. Try a mac and cheese three-way with Skyline's original chili or their new chicken chili at participating Skyline locations for a limited time.
Truck drivers, wherever you want to take your driving career in 2026, Schneider has an opportunity for you. Our huge selection of driving jobs means you can get the home time that suits your schedule. Choose from daily, weekly, monthly, or sometime in between. Plus, Schneider drivers can choose from dedicated, intermodal, dry-van, and tanker options. Don't wait to upgrade your career before the new year. Search jobs and apply now at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
Hey folks, it's Austin Ward, and Thanksgiving is approaching quick. Still plenty of time to get your Awaken 180 consultation on the calendar to receive your $500 off. It's a thank you from Awaken 180. No, you don't need to start the program right before Turkey Day. Simply have your consultation now and be ready to start the Monday after. 4 weeks before the new year, and with results like mine, you could be down 27 pounds on your way to dropping 50. Fast results, and now with $500 off. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
When it's 6 a.m. and you need a skid steer and you want to talk to an actual person about skid steers, lean on green. Sunbelt Rentals. With the largest rental fleet and hardest working equipment experts in Columbus, we can help steer you to the right skid steer at the right price right now. Tracks or wheels, diesel or gas, light, medium, or heavy duty. Plus attachments for loading, grading, digging, drilling, tilling, and trenching. No wonder the Columbus builders building Columbus lean on green. Sunbelt Rentals. Learn more at sunbeltrentals.com.
Toyotathon on, and there's no better way to get in the spirit of the season than with a new Toyota, like the best-selling Toyota Camry. Now through December 1st, get 4.75 APR financing on remaining new 25 Camrys. Or lease a new 26 Camry LE for $269 a month for 39 months with $36.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS, tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
This holiday, give a gift that changes everything. Hi, it's Alex Johnson from the Diamond Cellar. Our family's helped couples celebrate love for over 78 years. From timeless solitaires to custom designs that reflect your unique story, our in-house jewelers ensure every detail shines. And with our guaranteed best price, you can shop with confidence, knowing your forever piece is as exceptional as your love. This holiday, make her wish come true with the Diamond Cellar ring, because the only thing better than unwrapping a little blue box is saying yes to forever.
They're trained. They're prepared. Let's do it. They're Ohio's undefeated plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling team. And they're here to tackle your problems. For plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling, there's only one team. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call The Waterworks at 614-232-2222 or visit them online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Shop Meijer this Thanksgiving and bring more good to your table with incredible savings on seasonal favorites. Enjoy a Meijer frozen turkey for just 39 cents per pound with M-Perks. Limit 1 per customer, no clipping necessary. Russet potatoes are 99 cents for a 5-pound bag. Select varieties of Aunt Millie's Big and Fluffy Rolls are $3.29 a dozen. And don't forget to top up your meal with the fresh from Meijer 10-inch pumpkin pie for $8.99. Make Thanksgiving a good deal better with savings on the whole meal at Meijer. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meijer app.
Do you suffer every time you try to wear good-looking shoes, but you don't want to wear ugly shoes just because they're comfortable? The Good Feet store wants to help you wear heels, boots, and dress shoes again in comfort. Trade in your bad feet for good feet.
Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Columbus Blue Jackets were in D.C. last night to finish up a 4-game road trip. The CBJ were dominated in the nation's capital, losing the game 5-1. The Jackets have lost 3 of their last 4 games. They'll try to get back in the win column tomorrow at home versus the Toronto Maple Leafs. Monday Night Football was in San Francisco last night. The Carolina Panthers were visiting the 49ers with a chance to get to first place in the NFC South with the win. Carolina kept it close throughout, but the 49ers had control of most of this game with help from Christian McCaffrey, who had 142 total yards and a touchdown. San Fran beat Carolina 20-9. And finally, in the NBA, the Cavs lost to the Raptors 110-99. This update was sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Awaken 180 wants to thank Columbus by offering $500 off every new program now through Thanksgiving. Visit awaken180weightloss.com.
The only contraband hiding in Tyvis's butt cheeks is a Kit Kat bar. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
You know, this is the best time of the year because this is the season of giving. And there should be a lot of love that should be given out. But if you're dealing with erectile dysfunction, you won't be able to give. So don't let the Grinch steal everything this year. Go see my guys at Tri-State Men's Health because they have treatments when the pills and the herbals fail. They have treatments with success rates well over 90%. Some of those treatments can have you last an hour or more. 'Tis the season of giving. Tri-State has 6 locations, 4 of them located in Ohio, 2 of them right here in Columbus. One is in Hilliard, the other one is in Westerville. Schedule a consult with Tri-State Men's Health today. Your initial visit is only $99, which includes a medical consult with a licensed medical provider, a TMPSA test, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. They have an expert staff, and if you're like a lot of men, you could be having sex the day after your appointment. So call them today at 800-900-9654 or visit tristatemenshealth.com.
1 hour from now, we'll be talking to the Lieutenant Governor of the state of Ohio, Jim Trestle, all about his tax plan. Or maybe not. We'll probably talk to him about this little thing called Ohio State and Michigan. Of course, you know the game coming up Saturday, high noon, right here on the Fan. All the coverage starts. I say the coverage starts at 6:30 on the Fan, but when is the coverage not happening? That's most of what we're talking about all day, all the way up through. So don't forget, we've got plenty of that coming up. Also, tomorrow on the station, you will have a chance to hear from Urban Meyer on Bishop and Friends. They will have him at 9:30. So you got Urban tomorrow, 9:30, right here on the Fan. We will have Kurt Coleman, 7:45, former Buckeye. Talk to him about his exploits in the Michigan
He's very
game.
passionate about the game.
He's very passionate about Buckeye football in general. But
That's true, too.
But especially about the game, which I'm glad. Like, I want to talk to people who care about this rivalry, and, of course, everybody that we're going to talk to this week does, including Jake Budd. We'll have him on at 8:30. Your guy, BTN analyst, and also a guy who...
He's not my guy this week.
Oh, I know. But in general, outside of this week, you guys have been pretty friendly. And he's a good analyst. I like hearing his breakdowns.
We're amicable.
Sure. That's right. No, he did like a 9-minute breakdown on Julian Sand footage earlier in the year where he was like, you guys are missing how good he is.
Yeah.
So, like, he obviously can put his Michigan bias aside and just talk ball, which I appreciate.
We also allowed him on because he went 0-4 against Ohio State.
I wasn't going to necessarily start with that, but I was planning to work over to it and see if we could maybe discuss that slightly. Shedeur Sanders is getting the start again this week for the Browns. They will be playing the Niners, who just got the job done yesterday on Monday Night Football, despite Brock Purdy throwing 3 picks in the first half. But that, you know what, it'd be really exciting to watch this Browns defense go up against that Niners offense. That should be a good matchup. Shedeur Sanders, maybe he can continue to do good things.
Well, the reason that it's going to be interesting is because Kyle Shanahan is arguably one of the best football minds when it comes to the offensive side of the ball. I mean, the guy's a genius. So it's going to be interesting to see where he sees weaknesses at inside of, what Jim Schwartz is doing. But I did get this random stat yesterday. Do you know that Jim Schwartz is actually really good against Kyle Shanahan?
I didn't know that.
Let me look at this again. As of November 24th, 2025, Shanahan's record against Schwartz-led defense stands at 1 win, 9 losses.
Wow. Okay. That's a nice little stat for the Browns this weekend. Like to see that. Now, I don't think it matters as far as, look, winning and losing the game from the Browns as far as what it does for you this season. It does nothing, honestly, because they're not going to make the playoffs. It honestly hurts their chances of getting a better draft pick. But if Shedeur Sanders can continue to show that he can play quarterback at a decent enough level, then there gives you hope that maybe he can be developed into an actual starting quarterback, and become your full-time guy.
Shedeur Sanders, right now, Andrew Berry and Kevin Stefanski should be begging, pleading to whoever they believe in that Shedeur Sanders is the answer at quarterback, because that would allow them to extend their title,
of course,
as general manager and coach of the Cleveland Browns. I mean, that means that he would have hit everything in this class. Obviously, when you look at some of the playmakers that they have, and hitting a rookie quarterback and having that guy for the next 4 years, it allows you to be able to do some things with those other draft picks. So they should pray that this man does go out there and absolutely lights it up for these last 6 games.
Walt in the chat actually makes a good point, and I was going to bring this up, but he beat me to it. If Shedeur Sanders has the Browns playing 500 ball at the end of the year, is he the Browns starter next year? And then he goes on to add, you might be drafting another QB in the 27 draft.
Well, Archibald to be out in that,
that's right.
in that draft. So.
He can run, he can throw, he can catch.
There's
like
nothing
Jameis Winston
can't do.
For sure.
And we know how Jimmy Haslam feels about the Mannings.
Well, what I would say, though, is legitimately, what has everyone said about this quarterback class? Fair or not, they've said this is not the class.
Well, it's funny because after this past draft, it was, don't worry, your quarterback is in 26. Now it's, no, your quarterback's in 27.
Yeah, and who were the names at the top of that? It's like, well, you could get Garrett Nussmeier. Bad.
Drew Aller.
Bad. Cade Klubnik. Bad.
Arch Manning.
Bad. Lenore Sellers.
Yeah, they fell off.
Terrible.
Nobody had, I think it was only a couple of mocks that had Cade Klubnik.
I said Cade Klubnik.
That's the guy that really fell off.
Yeah.
But it was only like one guy. I think Dane Brugler might have been the only guy that had like Fernando Mendoza, but he had him getting drafted in like 27 or 28 or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, the whole point I'm bringing up here is that if Shedeur Sanders gives you enough hope to, if they're playing 500 football and, like, more importantly, if the offense looks like it's dynamic and give you a chance to score more than 2 touchdowns a game, which is a very low bar to hit in the NFL.
They get 20 points. If they average 20 points for the rest of the season, it's done.
Right.
It's done. Just roll with it. Just roll with it.
Well, and that doesn't mean that he's the answer for the next 10 years, but it gives you enough of a reason to explore it next year, not explore the Deshaun Watson debacle again. And it also allows you a chance to try him out, give him a full off season. Like he said, what is it? If I have a full off season, it gets dangerous.
And this off of 1 week of practice. Just imagine if I get a full off season, it get dangerous.
Do we have that? Yeah, here. This is Shedeur right after the game.
It's amazing, off of 1 week of practice, you know what I mean? This 1 week of practice. So imagine, what a full off season look like. It get dangerous. But it's just a 1 week of practice, so I'm just truly thankful, that everything happened.
They get another year of living dangerously if he can continue to progress. And then you go to next year, you find out what you got. Maybe after 5 weeks, you go, uh-oh, never mind. The wheels fell off and this is bad. But then at that point, you're another year beyond Deshaun Watson. You've drafted another group of guys to hopefully build up this team offensively. And then if your quarterback isn't Shedeur Sanders after all next year, we're getting way ahead of ourselves. But this is just if he plays well enough down the stretch here to make you question, do we need to draft a guy? Do we need to get a free agent? Maybe not. Maybe just let him be the guy next year.
Two things. One, did you know that Deshaun is a better mentor than Joe Flacco?
Under what logic do you give that?
Well, I mean, every time Shedeur came off the field, he went to go talk to Deshaun, and he played decently. So throw that out there. He did. What? He did.
Look, if he wants to talk to Deshaun about like, hey, did I see was that right? Was the safety was sitting in cover 2, correct? And then you're like, yeah, that's what you saw, correct. Just don't let him give any other advice. I don't want any life advice. I don't want any off-the-field advice from Deshaun Watson. I don't want him anywhere near Shedeur Sanders. Not at all.
That's what he just said. He did.
That's fine. I don't agree with you, but whatever. I'm not. Look, ultimately, like we said, the Browns season is done for a practical matter this year. It's just about playing out these games.
I had them going 9-8.
Oh God. Okay.
Do I
8-9.
No. I said 9-8.
I thought you said 8-9.
Oh, did I say 8-9?
Did you say above 500 or not?
I did say 8-9. Yeah, I did say 8-9.
8-9.
Oh, we in.
It's mathematically possible.
Rolling. Let me go look at this schedule right quick. Let me go look up the schedule right quick.
I don't need this. We didn't need this. We were good.
We rolling.
Whenever you get to the point of the segment where Tyvis is like, let's look at the Browns schedule, that's where you know the segment, dead. It's done, and it's Cade Klubnik playing quarterback.
To me, that's just when the segment's getting started.
No, all I'm saying is, don't say when it happens, don't say, I can't believe. I don't want to hear nobody ever say, I can't believe that this happened. I don't want to hear that because I told you it would.
I don't care if it does happen. That means the Browns are picking like 15th when they should be picking in the top 5.
That's fine.
I hope the Browns.
If we can't get Carnell, we can get Mekhi Lemon. We could get Chris Bell. We could get Denzel Boston.
I'm off on
Jordan Tyson.
I'm off on receivers named Bell. I don't want Chris Bell. We had David Bell. That didn't work out. He got an injury that was so bad that he apparently sued a whole industry and said it'll never happen again. I don't need a Bell. Just anybody else, not a Bell, is all I'm telling you. But yeah, I'd love to have Carnell Tate. You know, I'd also love to have Carnell Tate with the Buckeyes this week, and we hope he's going to have that. We'll have more updates for that as we go throughout the show. But coming up next, we'll talk to the hyphenator, Jean-Luc Grandpierre. Hey, if you don't like injury talk, bad news, the Jackets, everybody's hurt. We'll find out what's going on next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and welcome to your Tuesday. Well, many of us waking up to some wets and slick roads out there with all the rain we're noticing, especially for our friends over on the west side. A live look at this traffic cam. This is 70 at State Route 142, so pretty slow-moving traffic out there. Of course, some lane restrictions still going on with construction, but again, a lot more people heading out the door, mixing that in with some wet weather. Not looking too good this morning, so noticing slowdowns out there, but hey, some much better news as you're passing that area, getting closer to Hilliard Rome Road in that 70 and 270 intersection. A lot better out there. Normal road conditions looking pretty green on that time saver traffic map. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Great Lakes Hyundai of Dublin is turning Black Friday into the ultimate two-day car buying celebration. Buy any new Hyundai and spin the wheel to win prizes like AirPods, gift cards, TVs, or even a shot at the cash machine. Friday and Saturday only at Great Lakes Hyundai of Dublin.
1877 Cars for Kids. K-A-R-S Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS for Kids.
Donate your car today.
Hurry! It's our last chance to donate for
2025.
Hey guys, Anthony here. Time to be honest with yourself. How do you truly feel on a daily basis? Do you have the energy you need to get through a day? Do you have the focus you need to get through your work? Well, if you've started to notice something is off, then don't wait and see if the answer is testosterone replacement therapy at Synergenics and Low T Center. It all starts with a simple and free TRT test. You can even walk in before 10 a.m. or book ahead at fixmylowt.com. The testosterone is pure, not compounded. Guys feel full of energy, not like they're still waiting for it to kick in. Now is the best time to get in because the TRT test is free. If you're a guy in your 30s, 40s, 50s for sure, there's no doubt you've been wondering what your level is and if this can help. The first step is taking the free T-test. They have clinics in Gahanna and Dublin. They give you the power to choose if you want to be treated in the clinic or if you want to receive at-home treatment. It all starts with the simple and quick free TRT test at Synergenics and Low T Center. FixMyLowT.com.
Picture it, your holiday table, the family cooking together, the scent of golden brown bread, rosemary from roasted potatoes, and a salad so crisp it snaps. This season at Kroger, make the moments that matter possible with quality that's affordable in every aisle. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Don't miss great savings on bacon. 16-ounce packages of Sugardale bacon are buy one, get one free with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
'Tis the season for making memories. Give the gift of more time together at Dick's House of Sport and join us for family fun events all season long. Plus, climb a rock wall, test the multi-sport cage, and perfect your swing in a golf simulator. And shop the widest selection of the hottest brands like Nike, FP Movement, Adidas, Carhartt, UGG, and Stanley. Unforgettable moments start here at Dick's House of Sport. Visit dicks.com/House of Sport to see what's happening this season.
Bobby Carpenter here for Germain Toyota. Swing by Germain Toyota and ask for Marcello and discover unbeatable deals and a wide selection of new and certified pre-owned Toyota vehicles. Visit them at germaintoyota.net. Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road.
Hey, football fans, it's November in Ohio, and you know what that means. It's time to face that state up north in a battle to claim forgotten funds. Join us in the statewide challenge and visit com.ohio.gov/radio to help support Ohio's takedown of Michigan. The state with the most searches wins. Who knows? Unclaimed funds could help you buy a seat to the big game next year. Claim your money today at com.ohio.gov/radio.
Hi, the Scott Antique Markets are back again at the Ohio Expo Center, featuring hundreds of vendors with collectibles and merchandise from all over the world. The market is one weekend monthly, November through March. Build your family heirlooms. You can find everything that gets old. Just take I-71 to exit 111 to enjoy America's favorite treasure hunt. Visit thescottantiquemarket.com for more information. Come join us at the Ohio Expo Center for the Scott Antique Markets. It's huge. It's the Scott Antique Markets this weekend.
Forrest Gump says he and Jenny went together like peas and carrots.
I got it. Hey.
Well, the Buckeyes are the #1 team in the country, and the Fan is the #1 sports station in the country. Peas and carrots, baby. Your home of the Buckeyes, the Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We're looking at a mix of clouds and sunshine here for your Monday with highs into the mid to upper 50s here for this afternoon. Winds fairly light at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Heading into tonight, we're tracking more clouds and eventually some rain arriving after midnight, which will continue into the day on Tuesday. Highs are in the upper 50s here on your Tuesday, but we're tracking a cold front that will bring a few more rain showers here into Wednesday morning. And that's a look at your 10 weather impact forecast. I'm meteorologist Aaron White here on 97.1 The Fan.
It's Rivalry Week, and dare I say the most rivalist one ever. Me Talk Pretty.
Sponsored by your Central Ohio Toyota dealers.
Your home of the Buckeyes, the Fan. T-Bone and Tyvis present Talking Jackets. Talking Jackets.
A score! A turnover by the Islanders and Adam Fantilli. One more time. Puts it in the net.
You look inside the world of the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. Call 1-800-COOLING. When you need a company you can trust.
Well, it wasn't the night the Jackets wanted in the nation's capital. They lose to the Washington Capitals 5-1. Joining us now, Jean-Luc Grandpierre, the hyphenator himself, joining us on the Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Jean-Luc, a tough game got worse by the fact that in the midst of that tough game, you lose two of your better players to injury. After all, we're already having an injury situation with Kirill Marchenko in practice before the game. So just a tough morning to wake up to all this Jackets news, right? Not what we were looking for.
Thanksgiving?
Yeah, let's Thanksgiving, right? What are we thankful for? I don't have a lot to be thankful for right now.
Oh, man. It was a tough one to watch yesterday. Let's not kid ourselves. It was, not only the injuries, but also it was one of these games where every team has a stinker here and there. Once in a while in hockey, it's just, between travel, rest, lack of rest. But yesterday, the team was, well rested, had a day off the day before. Got some bad news with Marchenko. Obviously, they knew he wasn't going to play, but once that game started, it was pretty tight. It was a good first period, and even heading into the second period, you're feeling pretty positive. You're only down 1-0, thinking things are going to go back, and then unfortunately, toward the end, that second period, things took a turn for the worse, and then it was game over, right? So it was a tough one to watch, I'm not going to lie, and, Dean Evison was not really happy with, the way the game went. But on an 82-game schedule, you'll have one of those here and there. For me, that was the first time probably since the Colorado game when the Blue Jackets lost to Colorado at home that they really didn't look good and well-rested. There was no excuse.
With Kirill Marchenko going down, obviously he was the leading scorer on this team. If he's out for an extended period of time, who do you think step ups as far as scoring on this team?
That's a great question. I mean, I don't know, Tyvis. I really don't know. I mean, you have guys like Adam Fantilli that can score, but, also you think Fantilli's success, is it coming from Kirill Marchenko being on his line, right? Because now you go from being the mark, not being the mark man like Marchenko is to being the mark man, the focus for the other team. So that makes it even more difficult for these young guys. But I think somebody else needs to step up. Offensively, you're looking guys like Kent Johnson have not got going really this year. Sean Monahan hasn't found too many the back of the net too often so far this year. And, you got Yegor Chinnikov, who requested a trade earlier, in the offseason. Still would probably like to be traded, but unfortunately, he got an elevated role yesterday. That was not his game. Obviously we'll give him a pass because most of the guys didn't have a good night, but he's a guy that I think can provide offense. Hopefully that can come here in the next few games.
Well, Marchenko gets injured in practice. Then Matthew Olivier leaves during the game, as does Zach Werenski. And, I don't know that Matthew Olivier is your best player by any stretch, but certainly one of your most physical, tough players, a guy that you look to on the ice to provide a little bit of that grit. And then Zach Werenski, what he means to this team. The concern for a lot of Jackets fans going into this season was there weren't a lot of additions in the offseason, right? They didn't go make a big splashy trade. They brought in a few guys. If injuries creep up with this team, which we've seen in the past, is there enough to kind of hold them over if guys are out for multiple weeks? We have no idea how long any of these guys are out right now, but you can understand this morning why Jackets fans are very nervous about the idea of now this roster being depleted for days or weeks at a time and maybe not having the guys in reserve that can come and fill those roles.
Yeah, I completely get it. I mean, like you said, right, you lose your best forward, you lose your best defenseman, and then, probably the toughest guy in the league, a guy that kills penalty for you and a big leader in that locker room. That is going to be hard. But I don't know how long it's going to be for any of these guys. I don't think it was serious from everything that they were saying about Kirill Marchenko, so it shouldn't be too long term. So, but everybody else, I have no idea right now. So are we looking at a couple of games or a little bit longer? But it's hard to go through it, but there are teams all around the league, honestly, that have lost 4, 5, 6 players, and they still find a way to plug in guys to do the work. So for the Columbus Blue Jackets right now, you have to think next man up mentality. And no, you cannot replace Kirill Marchenko, and you cannot replace a guy like Zach Werenski. And obviously nobody can do what Mathieu Olivier does, but it's a chance for somebody else to step up into a bigger role and see if they can at least fill in their spot there for a little bit.
How does players stay focused on this season? Obviously, you look at the standings, because everybody looks at the standings, and you see the division, and you see that you're close to the bottom. Obviously, it's not that far away from the separating the top from the bottom, but how do you continue to stay motivated, and not get down and be like, oh, man, we second to last in the division?
First of all, it's so early in the year, and then like you said, right, this is a league right now. You win the next game, and then you move up like 4 spots in the standings. So it is so tight, but more importantly, you're looking at it more like a marathon. It doesn't matter where. It kind of matters. You can't be 6 miles behind everyone else, right? But you just try to stay somewhat close to it, and you just focus game by game. It sounds crazy, but you really don't look ahead all that much as a player. You're just playing the next game that's sitting in front of you, and then but you need to stay somewhat near the peloton, right? You cannot be all the way back. Or even when you're way ahead, sometimes, look at the Montreal Canadiens. They were first for a little while, and then all of a sudden they lost 8 games in a row, I believe, and they were only 1 point out of first position. So it just shows you how competitive the league is right now. There's no everybody thinks they can make the playoff right now, especially in the Eastern Conference. And that's probably one of the reasons why we haven't seen too many trades happening. A lot of teams are looking for players, looking for help, but no trades have really happened, impactful ones anyway, this year. And I believe it's because right now everybody's in the race, so nobody's willing to really let go of any pieces.
Well, Jean-Luc, let's try to end on something a little bit more positive or happy. Thanksgiving is Thursday. I know that's bookended for you guys with Toronto wins tomorrow night and then Pittsburgh on Friday night. Both of those are home games. So I know obviously Canadian Thanksgiving is in October. Do you double dip? I know Jeff Rimmer he celebrates all the holidays. So do you just celebrate Canadian Thanksgiving, or do you also have your own traditions on Thursday?
I celebrate Thursday. The Canadian Thanksgiving thing, I really don't partake in it all that much. Obviously, that was a couple of months ago or something like that.
Yeah, I think it's October, right? Early?
Is it October? Yeah, it's October. So I did, obviously, when I was in Canada, I did. But now that I'm in the U.S., my wife's American, my son's American, my daughter's American. So we always did the U.S. thing, to be honest with you. And then I just called my parents on the Canadian one. That's pretty much it. So I don't double dip because I can't afford those calories. So I'm just going with one.
All right. What's on the plate for you Thursday then? You got to have one plate that's just calories don't matter for one plate at least, right?
Yeah, I'm a ham guy. I do not touch turkey. I think I never liked turkey. I'm more of a ham guy, so I typically go ham and mashed potatoes and green beans, and then dessert. I'm not sure what I'm going to hit this year for dessert, but I'm a big apple pie guy.
Yeah, apple pies can't go wrong with that, in my opinion. I agree. I will tell you,
go wrong with apple pie.
I will tell you, if you never had a deep fried turkey, that might change your life. I'm just going to throw that out there. Deep fried turkey's where it's at. You just got to be careful not to set your house on fire. That's the only downside to those.
Okay. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't try that. I'm not the greatest. With these tools.
I'll tell you what, if we deep fry turkey, I'll invite you over. How about that? That way you don't have to worry about it. I'll take all the risk.
Perfect. Love it.
There you
I'll
go.
Be there.
Jean-Luc Grandpierre, thanks for the time this morning. We'll talk again next week, all right?
All right, guys. Thank you. Bye.
There you go. Happy Thanksgiving. The Hyphenator joining us on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. I hate that we're just talking injuries all day because we've been talking Jackets injuries. We've been talking about Buckeye wide receiver injuries, but we do have some good news on that if you missed it. I'll have that update for you in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Still no crashes to report on this wet Tuesday morning commute out here, but we are seeing some slowdowns with just more people heading out the door this morning from New Albany, 161 and 62 to over on the east side, more towards Bryce and Reynoldsburg this morning. 70 westbound passing Bryce Road. Look a little bit more slower out there, especially for our friends in Carnell, Winchester. 33 westbound at Gender Road, looking at 14 miles per hour for your travel times out there. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Ring in 2026 in a big way at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Don't miss our $65,000 New Year, New Wheels giveaway. You could drive off in a 2026 Chevy Traverse or take home $35,000 cash. Earn entries playing your favorite slot and table games all month long. The fun doesn't stop there. Catch live entertainment, hit the dance floor, indulge in fine dining, and count down to a balloon drop at midnight. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Hey folks, it's Austin Ward, and Thanksgiving is approaching quick. Still plenty of time to get your Awaken 180 consultation on the calendar to receive your $500 off. It's a thank you from Awaken 180. No, you don't need to start the program right before Turkey Day. Simply have your consultation now and be ready to start the Monday after. 4 weeks before the new year, and with results like mine, you could be down 27 pounds on your way to dropping 50. Fast results, and now with $500 off. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Great Lakes Hyundai. The savings are so good.
It's Black Friday all month long with low lease payments on every model, starting at $99 a month for a 2026 Elantra. Plus, get owner assurance and America's best warranty. A 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage. At Great Lakes Hyundai, these savings are so good. Columbus or Dublin or glakeshyundai.com. With approved credit, $39.95 down plus access fees, first month payment, and 10 miles per year, ends 12/1.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
2 men with 5 combined offspring. None of them have penises. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Half an hour from now, we'll talk to the Lieutenant Governor of the state of Ohio. Also coached a little football back in his day. Jim Trestle joins us at 8 o'clock. So make sure you're here for that. We will obviously talk rivalry. No tax plan, no gerrymandering, no whatever else. I don't know. We're not talking politics. We're just talking ball with a guy who won a bunch of gold pants, helped you guys win a lot of gold pants. Not you,
Do you
but
think he would
players win
talk
gold
politics with us?
I mean, I'm sure if I asked him to, but I don't. That's not why we're calling.
Nobody wants to hear.
Nobody wants to hear that. They just want to hear us talk ball. We're going to do that coming up. We'll talk about the rivalry. You know, Team Up North, that whole thing. We'll do that at 8 o'clock. So I promised you a little update on Jeremiah Smith. If you didn't hear this, he was on the Downs Brothers podcast. Caleb and Josh Downs. Josh plays in the NFL. Caleb, of course, plays for the Buckeyes. And I love how this set up because Caleb Downs asks him, like an interviewer, like, hey, man, how are you? What's going on? You want to talk about it? With the injury situation, you'll hear Jeremiah Smith's answer right after that question.
First things first. You know it's on everybody's mind. You know the question. How we doing? How we feeling? How we doing?
I'm feeling good. You know, dealing with a little situation, injury-wise, but I should be good to go Saturday.
Yeah. Okay. That feels good. Dylan said earlier he's feeling better now. Are you off the ledge on this?
He might as well have sang some Third Eye Blind to me. Jumper, step back off that ledge, my friend. I sure did. After I heard that clip, took a step back.
You remind me of what's the movie with Jim Carrey? Yes, Man.
Yep.
He saved the guy off there by 2 a.m.
Yes, sure. Jeremiah Smith was the equivalent of Jim Carrey with a guitar in that movie. For me.
Yeah, that feels very good to hear him say that.
Sad that this is y'all really be out of panic like that.
Well, Tyvis, it's not you don't want the best players, 2 of the best players on the team, healthy and ready to go for the stretch run of this season. That's not I don't think I'm being unreasonable by saying that's not as optimal if we don't have 2 of the stud wide receivers on this team healthy for the Michigan game or the Indiana game, presumably, or any of the other games after that.
You know what my problem is? I'm a little cynical at times. I like that. I like mine.
You're the least cynical person on this show.
At times. No, at
Your
times.
problem is you have no touch with reality at times. I think that's what it is. What are you talking about? Oh, yeah. Okay.
At times.
Tell me how you're cynical. I want to hear this.
Because, like, last year when they beat us, they had a bunch of injuries. I think they had, like, a bunch of players that didn't play in that game.
No Will Johnson. No Colston Loveland
was out. Right.
So, like, for us, wouldn't it be nice to not have some of our star players go up to their place, beat them, and kick them out of the CFP?
No, I don't need
like that's just me.
I don't need that narrative at all. No thanks.
I like the way that sounds.
Tyvis. They lost.
I just like the way that sounds. I don't know. Like
they lost to Jefferson Davis last year, whoever the hell their stupid quarterback was. I don't even know who it was.
I hear what you're saying. But I listen. I like to
Davis
get my
Love
lick back.
III was their quarterback last year.
To get my lick back, and that to me was like the perfect way to get your lick back.
Listen,
so
the way
that's just me. Like I said, I'm a little cynical at times, you know. But I get it. I get where we are as a fan base.
Okay, look. Here's all I'm saying. The Jeremiah Smith thing, it's good to see that I had no doubt. I thought Jeremiah Smith, you heard him before the season say that, like, the word that comes to mind when he thinks of Michigan is hate. And he said he learned that when he got there. And it was already, like, from recruiting, from everything, he knew that he hated Michigan. Great. I didn't have any doubt that guy's going to play. I thought last week was mostly precautionary. But the Carnell Tate situation, we can all acknowledge is just weird, right? It went from Purdue. He could have played, but he had a little tweak in the pregame, and we just thought better to be safe than sorry, to now he hasn't played for 3 weeks. In the NFL, you go on IR, you miss 4 weeks. So if you had started off the week of Purdue and said he's going on IR for essentially 4 weeks, we would have all said, oh, this is a significant injury. The way it was sold to us. Remember in the Purdue game? Now, if you listen to The Fan and if you listen to the Ohio State Radio Network, Paul Keels and Jim Lachey, Skip Mossick and the rest, they didn't miss any of that. Like in the first series, they were like, Carnell Tate's not out there. That's odd. And they caught that right away on the radio broadcast. But if you're watching on TV, it took them a quarter and a half before they realized that one of the best players on offense just wasn't out on the field. And then it became the only thing they talked about. But after that game, Ryan Day essentially said, yeah, he probably could have played. We just kept him out as a precaution. To now going to he's not played for, this will be, if he doesn't play the Michigan game, that's 4 weeks. And then that's a full-on, what are we doing here? It's not an insignificant injury if a guy misses 4 weeks. Hopefully that's not the case. But you can't blame Buckeye fans for being a little concerned about that going into this game. That's all.
I get it. Like, I get it. We want to be 100, because I think what fans think is at 100% strength, like, we have no excuse. We should be able to go out there and absolutely roll them. The Wolverines got the 11th best pass defense in the conference, which is terrible. So you want your best wide receivers. Our passing attack has been unbelievable on offense. Mm-hmm. So that would be the way to win the game. I get that. The reason that I just continue to think that I'm just not worried because the defense is just that good.
The defense is that good.
Like,
I agree with you.
To me,
the defense is better than last year's defense.
That's what I'm saying.
Better than last year's defense.
That's what I'm saying.
That's right.
Defense win championships.
You think the defense could hold Michigan to 13 points?
No, they can hold them.
That's what last year's defense did.
No, they can hold them to 0 points.
Okay.
That's where I think.
But you know what? If you don't score.
To your point, okay, hang on, though. I see where Dylan's going with this. Because last year held that team to 13 points. Lost 13-10 with what we both said earlier today.
That's why I said 0.
Earlier today, okay, hold him to 0, please. And by the way, Bryce Underwood, look, I've watched this team play.
Okay.
He has not.
You was a fan of him week 1.
You know why? Because week 1, I was like, man, this is a raw freshman coming in, barely played any college football. Give him a whole year. What's he going to do at the end of this year?
Correct.
I got news for you. Same crap he was doing at the beginning of the year because he got no development up there at Michigan because they don't know how to develop quarterbacks.
Okay.
So that's a good thing for Ohio State. He is still raw. Now, he's talented. He can throw the ball with some power behind it. He also has that kind of problem that I think that was Brandon Whedon's issue with the Browns, where he used to throw every ball like 1,000,000 miles an hour, even if you were 5 yards off the line of scrimmage. That's what he does right now. So, like, there's issues there. They do have a stud freshman wide receiver whose name's escaping me off the top of my head. But
Andrew Marsh.
Yeah. Good player, right?
Yeah.
And like, so, I mean, they're going to have some guys who can test this defense.
He's going to be an NFL player.
And you have the fact that, Bryce Underwood can move with his feet. It doesn't matter who plays running back for them. They scare me because every year they have guys who you're like, well, this guy's hurt and Blake Corum's out and that guy's hurt and all these guys are out. And then another guy goes for 100 yards. Tim Biakabatuka goes for 300 yards. And you're like, I don't even know who that was. I'm just saying that worries me. Stuff like that worries me.
To me, it's all this game comes down to one simple thing. It comes down to can Ryan Day adapt to what has to happen, what he need to do to win the game. That's, to me, has been the biggest Achilles heel in the last the last couple of losses.
Can I say that in a more direct way?
Sure.
Ryan Day needs to not pucker when the game calls for you to be bold and brave. You need to not go there and go, oh, no, it's a running game. Oh, no, we got to run the ball. No, you don't have to run the ball at all. You have to do what you do best. And sure, having one of your stud wide receivers possibly miss this game in Carnell Tate and another one, Jeremiah Smith, being slightly injured, that could be bad. But you still need to be able to do what you do best. You need to not change your offense for Michigan, not try to out-physical them. Just win the game.
And another thing, I'm sick of this. Everybody's like, well, the defense was more than good. And Dylan, well, the defense gave up 13 points. Okay, if quiet as it's kept, outside of the last run that they had where they missed some tackles and the guy got in field goal range, the defense played very solid. The defense ain't the reason they lost that game.
That's my point.
Okay, you know why they checked technically? You know why they lost the game? You want to know why? We missed 2 field goals. That's why we lost the game. We would have won 16-13.
I have been someone who's brought the special teams up and everyone yells at me.
If we really want to get down to it, I know offensively everybody's frustrated about everything that happened as far as just running the ball and throwing the short ball and all that stuff. But if we at the end of the day, we made 2 field goals that we should have made, we win 16-13 and we'd sing in a whole different tune.
You know what we did? You know what we didn't have last year? You know what it's different than this year? We got this guy named Bo Jackson. He's going to make the difference. We're going to run the ball. He's going to be our guy where it's like Michigan's all worried about all these other things, and then Bo's just going to go for like $180. How about that? How about that?
I think
break off a couple runs.
I want to say that they are actually pretty good at run defense.
That would be great. To your point, what you were talking about earlier, wouldn't it be nice if we actually if that happened where no one's expecting it and that actually
they rank 3rd in the Big Ten.
That doesn't
defense, giving up an average of 94 yards a game.
It would also be nice this year if the quarterback doesn't get concussed, allegedly.
That would be nice, too.
That is why some of us have concerns about injuries when it's like literally we still have been told that nothing has happened. Will Howard last year, was he not concussed? It looked like it. Something was off with that offense.
They've never confirmed nor denied it.
Fair enough. All right, this is going to shock you, but a Georgia football player was arrested for driving too fast. However, this situation was so bad that it actually got Kirby Smart to kick the guy off the team. I'll tell you what it was next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Still no crashes to report on this wet Tuesday morning commute out here, but we are seeing some slowdowns with just more people heading out the door this morning from New Albany, 161 and 62 to over on the east side, more towards Bryce and Reynoldsburg this morning. 70 westbound passing Bryce Road, a little bit more slower out there, especially for our friends in Carnell, Winchester. 33 westbound Agenda Road, looking at 14 miles per hour for your travel times out there. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
It's the year-end sales event with the Ford crew.
It's sales event time, Sam.
Temperatures are dropping, but the deals are just getting hot.
Time for our annual Ford Holiday Gift Guide.
Oh, yeah.
Hard to go wrong with great deals on trucks and SUVs from Ford, America's all-time best-selling auto brand.
Don't forget the first rule of holiday gift giving, Hank.
What's that, Sam?
Always remember to treat yourself, too.
Well said.
Based on Automotive News Almanac historical data and industry-reported sales data from 1909 through 2024 CY.
Thanksgiving is a time to come together, eat together, and share together. And Meijer is making it easier than ever to share more good. Now through November 29th, when you buy Meijer brand Fredericks by Meijer, Purple Cow, or True Goodness Foods, our Simply Give program will provide a meal to help feed up to 4 million neighbors in need. It's the simple way to put the giving and Thanksgiving together. Exclusions apply. See Meijer.com for details. One meal equals 25 cents based on an average meal cost from select Meijer food pantry partners. Learn more at Meijer.com/about-Meijer/community.html.
When we started the company, I was absolutely going to build my own plant. We can build a very, very good window and sell it at a reasonable price. And if you buy from a company that is a dealer, they have to order the part from the factory, have it sent, and then schedule a service. I got 500 locks out back. If you need a lock, it'll take me 15 seconds to walk back here and grab one for you.
Visit Rosati Windows by the end of this month and get 35% off all windows and doors.
Millions of fans agree. This Christmas tradition rocks. Trans-Siberian Orchestra, live in concert, presenting the Ghosts of Christmas Eve, the best of TSO and more. December 23rd, 2 shows, Nationwide Arena. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Trans-Siberian Orchestra. A portion of the proceeds benefits the James and Heather Pick Music Program.
It's the biggest savings event of the year. Menards, 11% rebate ends Thanksgiving Day. Save big money on everything you need for any project. We've got something for everyone. Homeowners, contractors, DIYers, the kids, and even grandma. Hurry, Menards 11% rebate ends Thanksgiving Day.
Save big money at Menards.
11% mail-in rebate is a merchandise credit check. Good on future in-store purchases. See menards.com for details.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, is it true?
What's that?
Tire Discounters is offering up to $200 off sets of Goodyear tires?
Absolutely.
Plus free alignment and a full synthetic oil change?
You got it.
I'm not one to exaggerate, but that may be the best deal in the history of the world.
But free would be better.
Mike, don't toy with me.
Through the holidays, every day we're open, someone will get their money back on 4 tires.
But I...
Just breathe, Phantom. Breathe.
No purchase necessary. Ends 12/31/25. Visit website for details.
Looking for Black Friday truck deals? Then head to Germain Toyota. Right now, the savings are straight up and the offers are real. Right now, drive home a 2025 Tacoma with 0% financing up to 48 months with every vehicle sold at MSRP and 20% down. No trade required, or step up to the power of a 2025 or 2026 Tundra. Also 0% financing for up to 72 months. No gimmicks, no games. MSRP pricing and 20% down. No trade needed. 0% Black Friday savings at Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road.
Ooh, winter's coming. And when the wind starts to blow, don't come inside to the cold. Open the door to peace of mind with your Waterworks and Header Precision Furnace Tune-Up and Energy Savings Plan. Your furnace is the heart of your home, and Waterworks and Header will have yours running at peak performance throughout the winter. Plus, you'll save on those energy bills too. Go to waterworks.com and schedule your furnace tune-up online. Waterworks and Header, heating, cooling, and plumbing. Together to serve you better.
The Fan has a new tailgate destination. Join us before every home game at the O Patio and Pub on Lane.
Sponsored by your Central Ohio Ford dealers, Jameson Whiskey and Coors Light.
See you Saturday, friends. It's almost Football Friday. All play and no work.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Your home for football, The Fan. One of these men is bald and fat. The other is T-Bone. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
So here it is from the Ohio State 24 with a second to play. Buckeyes up 14-9. And the crowd bringing it all. And the bar on the final play of the game to throw from the 32. Throws into the end zone. Intercepted! Intercepted at the 5-yard line. And the Buckeyes are headed to the desert. As Ohio State gets an interception on the final play of the game to beat Michigan 14-9.
Will Allen there, you might remember, one of the biggest interceptions in program history. Not the biggest. Tyvis has both of those.
That's right. That's not true. That
is true.
I tell you what.
That's one of them right there.
It would have been shattered had they won the game last year. Jack Sawyer's pick would have been much better than mine.
That's one of those that should be talked about more, because you're right. That was a fantastic pick that he had. But this one, that was from the 0-2 game, if you don't remember it. 14-9. Of course, the Buckeyes got to the BCS title game, and we know, Miami knows. Everybody knows how that went. Buckeyes won. So we're going to talk with the guy who was on the sidelines, architect of all that, Jim Trestle, coming up at 8 o'clock. That should be a lot of fun. We're looking forward to reliving some of those moments with him. However, I told you Georgia football had to dismiss a player because of driving too fast. What a shock that Georgia has one of those situations going. How about this story, though? This is offensive lineman Nair Daniels. He's from New Jersey, 4-star guy, big-time recruit for them. He apparently was arrested in Commerce, Georgia, for driving at a speed of more than 150 miles per hour.
What kind of car is he driving? He was testing it out. That's what that was.
So this is okay. So he's been arrested and faces more than a dozen criminal charges after being held Monday on $21,000 bond in the Jackson County Jail in Jefferson, Georgia. He faces 2 felony counts of second-degree cruelty to children and 2 felony counts of fleeing or attempting to elude a police officer. Now, apparently, what happened,
tried to get away.
So here's what happened.
He also most.
He had 2 of his younger siblings in the car with him.
Oh yeah, okay? He out of line.
So that's number 1, bad. Apparently, the story goes that his mother was driving her car ahead of his or something to that effect, and she got pulled over for driving too fast, recklessly, whatever. As the
his mother
was in a different car, and apparently the 2 of them were traveling kind of together,
they
like in separate
racing,
cars. Well, I don't know if they were racing. She wasn't. She was going above the speed limit. Okay, police pull her over, and then they see another car. They said they clocked another car going 100 miles an hour in a 25. Okay, so that's. I don't even know. I don't know how you do that. Because I've been in a lot of 25-mile-an-hour zones. They're not roads that are meant for 100-mile-an-hour drive. They're not roads meant for 40-mile-an-hour driving sometimes, but not 100-mile-an-hour. So, of course, the cops, this woman, they had pulled her over, and then they're like, well, that's not as big of a deal as now what we just saw. We got to go get that guy. So they leave her and go trace him down. She then follows.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Yes.
So the mother got caught
for doing something, apparently driving
fast. And then
fast.
they see the son, the player,
who was apparently following her,
doing 125, and they say, we got to go get that. So they jump back in the car and go track him down.
And then in that chase, they said he did speeds in excess of 150 miles an hour on the freeway.
So he knew that he was getting blurted, and he kept rolling.
Yes. So they eventually caught up with him.
This man out of line.
Apparently, the mom was calling one of the kids in the car with him and said, tell him to stop because this is not going to go well. So he apparently said when he was pulled over, like, yeah, I just didn't want to get pulled over because I saw you pulled over my mom, more or less. And so this is where all the arrest comes from, is that he, 1, was going so fast, 2, he had children in the car with him while he's doing it. Then mom showed up to the scene and they, I believe, arrested her too. So like, it's just a...
Where's the children?
I don't know. I hope that someone's... They've taken them and put them into some kind of custody that will help. But they just, when Georgia football's like, oh no, that's too fast for even us. I'm sorry, that's a speed limit we can't abide by. That's how bad that was. So, don't do that. If you're anybody,
125,
that still blows my mind.
I have never heard. I didn't even know that was possible.
I mean, I'm not encouraging anyone to drive 150 on the freeway, because that's also dangerous, reckless, and all that.
Man,
but just to put
what time was this? Tell me, it was like at least.
I don't know the time. I don't have that. It's probably in the story. I didn't see.
I hope this is like a 3 a.m. type
no,
thing with nobody on the road.
I think it was in the evening, but I don't know how late it was. Here's the thing: like if you're doing 150 on the freeway, I mean, let's say the speed limit's 70. You're more than doubling the speed limit. Terrible, unsafe, scary, all that. If you're going 125, you're going 4 times the speed limit. Like I think that's even more dangerous. Like that's all insane. So thankfully they arrested this guy. Georgia quickly kicked him off the team, and they said, yeah, we're aware of it. He's already been dismissed. Like there's no chance he's coming back. So.
Yeah, I mean,
look, man, sometimes you don't come back from a choice like that.
Like Georgia been taking a lot of blows from the outside society. Like this way, like come on, man. Like how you expect them to step in front of this one like that?
I mean, this is the same program that many years ago had a guy. They were street racing, and a football player and a staffer died. Right? Yeah. Wasn't it 2 people?
No, did the staffer?
The staffer. I know it was a Georgia staffer, a woman who was on the staff there. She was in one of the cars with one of the players.
Did the player?
Was she and Jalen? Because Jalen Carter was involved.
In it, yeah.
I can't remember if she was in his car or not, but he was one of the players that was racing. I feel like
did one of the players die off of that?
I thought 2 people died in that. I could be wrong, but at least one person died in that accident. And that was enough for NFL teams to go like, oh, yeah, we can't draft him. Oh, wait, it's pick 11? Never mind. And they still drafted him. Like, they don't care. I love how everybody in the NFL said, we have morals, we have standards. Oh, you were involved in a street race that killed people? Come on. Who among us, right? He's really good at football.
Turned around and did the same thing with Brandon Miller. Didn't he have, get a gun to the guy that killed somebody?
Oh, yeah, right, adjacent to murder at Alabama. Right. That was where he brought the gun to the murder scene, but he said he didn't know.
It was his gun. It was
he was returning.
Yeah, it was the dude's gun.
That was the weirdest defense. Brandon Miller, basketball player at Alabama.
I can see how
don't justify that.
I can see how Brandon Miller, you didn't know that he was about to use the thing. It was his gun. Here, take your gun.
The story on that one was he was with some people. The guy had been in his car. Brandon Miller drives home with people who were with him in the car, left and said, you can go home. We're going to stay here. He goes home, gets a call that says, hey, I left my gun in your car. Can you bring that back to me? I may need it. And then he's like, oh, well, it is your gun. So he just turned around, drove back to the place and gave it to the guy. And then not long after he arrived, shots were fired and someone was murdered. So then it became... Wasn't it a guy on the team, too? I feel like it was another Bama player.
I think it might have been.
Basketball player.
It might have been. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah. Either way, that guy got kicked off the team and obviously gone to jail, I'm pretty sure. But Brandon Miller's defense was like, look, it's his property. If it was his sweatshirt, I would have brought back his sweatshirt. I just gave him back his stuff. And it turned out that stuff happened to be a murder weapon. So that's how that went. So anyway, pick your friends wisely. And be careful what you do in your car. I guess those are the things I would say. That would be my life advice from T-Bone today. All right, so obviously plenty of Michigan talk. We are going to talk, as you know, with Jake Butt coming up at 8:30. We will get his thoughts on the rivalry, being a Pickerington guy, but also being a Michigan guy. So we'll talk to him at 8:30. But coming up next, we will talk to Jim Trestle about the rivalry. Ohio State, Michigan, high noon right here on The Fan. We will talk with Coach Tressel coming up next. T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, the rain's still coming down in many parts throughout the metro, especially from the south side. A live look at 71 and Frank Road this morning. Many people heading towards downtown to get to work and to school, maybe traveling for the holiday as well. But still not looking good with these wet and slippery roads out there. Of course, avoid sharp turns if you can. If you do start to skid, do not slam on those brakes. Instead, steer clear in the direction you want to go to. And of course, take it nice and slow. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Come on, you're kind of hero.
Picture it, your holiday table, the family cooking together, the scent of golden brown bread, rosemary from roasted potatoes, and a salad so crisp it snaps. This season at Kroger, make the moments that matter possible with quality that's affordable in every aisle. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
You can save big on 12 packs of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or 7-Up. Select varieties or buy 2, get 3 free with your card. Limit 10. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Skyline's Mac and Cheese 3-Way is back. This time with white cheddar cheese and creamy cavatappi pasta. Try a Mac and Cheese 3-Way with Skyline's original chili or their new chicken chili at participating Skyline locations for a limited time.
Rick Germain called me the other day and said, Mikey, we need you back at Germain Nissan. The dealership misses you, and people are forgetting how awesome Nissans are. I'm a dude that's owned pretty much every Nissan under the sun, and I'm excited to go back in and get my hands dirty. You have to be crazy not to consider a Nissan from Germain Nissan. J.D. Power ranked Nissan #1 in customer satisfaction among mainstream brands. Plus, with Germain's $1,000 price promise, no one will sell you a Nissan for less. Germain Nissan, 4300 Morse Road, GermainNissan.com.
When you need a mini excavator or a not-so-mini excavator, lean on green. Sunbelt Rentals. With the largest rental fleet and hardest working equipment experts in Columbus, we can help you take a big step toward a mini excavator in one of 17 different sizes, from 2,000 to 18,000 pound machines, with 6 to 24 feet of reach and 5 to 15 feet digging depth. Though in the most rental locations, and it's no wonder the Columbus builders who are building Columbus lean on green. Sunbelt Rentals. Learn more at sunbeltrentals.com.
Listen up, football fans. You won't want to miss this. Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you could turn that $150 into something bigger when you bet on money lines, spreads, totals, and player props.
$150 in bonus bets when new customers bet $5. I know where I'm going to
bet from now on. Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. Terms and conditions apply. In-app only.
You can stream the game on your phone while you're gardening. You can stream it while you walk the dog. You can stream it at a trampoline park. You can even stream it at a monster truck rally. But the second you get behind the wheel, the game's over. Remember, Ohio, phones down. It's the law.
This is Ryan Krieger, and at Krieger Ford, we know life's busy. Let us handle your car care. Enjoy our convenient pickup and delivery service, or have our technicians come to you with our mobile service van. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. Schedule your appointment today, only at KriegerFord.com.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Hurry! It's our last chance to donate for 2025.
I'm back to doing what I love and more. Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Do you want to walk, play pickleball, and enjoy other fun activities to stay healthy, but you can't because of bad feet? Hi, this is Mike, and the Good Feet store wants to help.
I just had difficulty walking. I tried them on in the store, and my foot felt so much better.
Do you keep buying new shoes and inserts with little or no relief?
I tried all kinds of shoes. It was the arch supports that made the difference from the Good Feet store.
Don't let bad feet, knees, or back problems get in the way of staying healthy and having fun.
Thanks to the Good Feet store, I'm bowling 3 nights a week.
Get back to doing what you love. At the Good Feet store, we'll personally fit you at high-quality arch supports to maximize your comfort. Stop in the Good Feet store or book your free fitting at goodfeet.com. Visit the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway near the Polaris Mall or on Stringtown Road at Grove City.
Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Dormar, you're kind of hero.
When your furnace or air conditioner is broke, we come out that same day. Dormar, home the Tin Man.
Hey friends, Beamer here. Thanksgiving, as we know, is right around the corner. And what better way to say thank you than $500 off to a thinner, healthier you? Now through Thanksgiving, Awaken 180 is giving our great listeners $500 off your program. Visit them online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Columbus Blue Jackets were in D.C. last night to finish up a 4-game road trip. The CBJ were dominated in the nation's capital, losing the game 5-1. The Jackets have lost 3 of their last 4 games. They'll try to get back in the win column tomorrow at home versus the Toronto Maple Leafs. Monday Night Football was in San Francisco last night. The Carolina Panthers were visiting the 49ers with a chance to get to first place in the NFC South with the win. Carolina kept it close throughout, but the 49ers had control of most of this game with help from Christian McCaffrey, who had 142 total yards and a touchdown. San Fran beat Carolina 20-9. And finally, in the NBA, the Cavs lost to the Raptors 110-99. This update was sponsored by Dr. Mark Levy. If you're snoring and not sleeping, call Dr. Mark Levy's office at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP. That's 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or online at sleepbettercolumbus.com.
One of these men was prom king. It was T-Bone. I swear to God, you think I'm lying, don't you? But I'm serious. He didn't always look like this, okay? Here's the prom king and Tyvis.
You know what week it is. You know what we're talking about. Of course, we're talking rivalry. Ohio State, Michigan, all the coverage right here on The Fan all week long. Noon on The Fan, of course, is when the game is up in Ann Arbor. We will have coverage starting at 6:30 Saturday morning, bright and early. And, of course, a man who needs no introduction, but I'm going to give him one anyway. Lieutenant Governor of the state, guy who won quite a few games against Michigan and against everyone else for Ohio State. He is Jim Trestle, joining us on the Bryant Heating and Cooling System Fan Guest Hotline. Thanks for joining us today, Jim. We appreciate it.
Well, thanks so much. You know what week this is.
I tell you, the first thought I had was when you get up in the mornings now and you know what week it is, you obviously aren't in the game prep like you used to be, but I assume the juices are still flowing the second you get up, or even after that Rutgers game, when you see the clock hit 0, you go, well, it's time. It's Beat Michigan week, right?
That's right. And it's just a different week. It's a lot of fun. It's one you point towards, all year long as you're preparing, for two reasons. One, because it's the rival game, but two, it's that last regular season game. And you would like to think that you're going to play your best football in your final regular season game and hopefully propel yourselves to a great postseason. And so a million reasons why it's a big one.
Coach, you've had obviously a bunch of opportunities to go up to Ann Arbor and play them in their stadium. Obviously, that's what this team has to do this year. For those young guys that will be going up there playing in their first game, how did you get those guys prepared for what they were going into?
I think you really count on your older guys, to do a lot of that subliminal conversation throughout the course of the week. What to anticipate. And, it's a fun place to play. Anytime you go and it's loud and rabid and it's against you, and it gives you a little bit of juice, you want to use their energy, on your behalf. And the other thing, one time I know I made a mistake in 2003, the time we lost to them, is we didn't go over to the stadium on Friday, and our guys were used to that. And the new guys had never really been there. And it's different. It's my humble opinion. It's nothing like Ohio Stadium. It's not nearly as nice as Ohio Stadium. And I made the mistake of not taking them over there. There was some construction going on around Chrysler Arena, and they told us that the traffic was bad and it would take a couple hours to get in and out. And I made a poor decision, and we didn't go over there, and never made that mistake after, because every place is different, and I think you need to kind of envision, what it's going to be like when you go out there in front of that great crowd that they'll have. And that just gets you a little bit more ready on Friday night as you're dreaming about what you're going to do the next morning. And but it's a fun place. It's a hard place. You don't want to give them many reasons to get excited. You want to quiet them as much as you can, but they're, they come there ready to go, and it's just a great place to play a football game.
Jim Trestle joining us on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. So you bring up Michigan Stadium, and I'm with you. I've been there. It's it's not for me. I guess it's good for them. It's not for us, right, as Buckeyes. But
right.
That little tunnel where you guys come out, where both the locker rooms are right across from each other. We've seen the videos. We've seen, I'm sure you saw more of it being there in person, of just how that's tight quarters, and both those teams being in that area can get a little bit spicy. How did you avoid, or what did you do? What did you want when you saw your team ready to go, knowing right across the hallway there's another team ready to go too? Did you ever think, do I want a little bit of conflict? Do I want a little bit of this to happen? Or did you want to avoid that completely in that tunnel before the game?
Yeah, I think you wanted to do all you could to keep the focus on the task at hand. And, anything outside of thinking about what you have to do and all the rest, I think is counterproductive. And yes, it's a little bit different. At least I don't know how many times we were up there, maybe 5 in our time there. It was always, handled well. We wanted to make sure we knew we were there to take care of business, and, business is not taken care of in the tunnel. It's taken care of between the stripes. And, but you could, another reason why it's a fun place to play is you can feel the tension in that tunnel. And that's a pretty cool feeling, when it's like you're getting ready to walk into the lion's den. And, just one more reason why this is a special rivalry.
Coach, do you have a favorite memory or a favorite game that you played in when you did this rivalry?
No, I would never say that, Tyvis, because then I'd get the other 9 teams, not happy. All of them were special in their own way. I remember going there as an assistant coach in 1983, and it was the first time I'd ever been to a game there, and you could just feel what it was about. And honestly, I probably didn't do a great job coaching in the first quarter, because I was just taken by just the feel that was there, that it was just something different. And then once you get on your feet, you realize, and that's why you've got to make sure those young guys hear from the old guys and let them know that, hey, this is a notch up. This is different. This isn't like going to some other stadium. And but no, I don't have a favorite one. They were all special in their own way. They were all impactful on the seasons that they were a part of, and it's just a tremendous blessing if you ever get a chance to coach or play in this rival game, either place, and it's even a little bit more difficult when you go up north.
I've always wanted to know this. Speaking of going up north, January 18th, 2001, you get introduced at the Shot in the speech that obviously most Buckeye fans are very familiar with, where you said your promise basically that the Buckeyes, you're going to be proud of them in the classroom, the community, and in 310 days in Ann Arbor. And it felt, honestly, watching that live, like that felt like a shockwave kind of went through the Shot, because we just hadn't had a lot of that boldness about this rivalry in the past decade previous. When you said those words, did you have a perspective on like just how impactful that would be when you came up with that line, whenever that was earlier in the week or even in the moment? Did you realize how impactful that would be to Buckeye Nation?
No, it was probably more of a message to ourselves and to our team and our coaches that, hey, everybody knows that this is what these folks want. So let's not pretend we don't know it. And, as I look back, I'm thinking, boy, I was a young, dumb guy throwing something out like that. But on the other hand, I think it maybe drew the line in the sand that we were aware, and we're going to do our best.
Coach, when you look at this season, obviously there's a lot of injury concerns going on with the wide receivers, but let's say, Julian is trying to get the Heisman and he's one of the front runners for it. What would be your advice for him in his first match against the Wolverines in Ann Arbor?
Well, I don't know Julian, but I know this. He's not thinking about getting the Heisman. He's thinking about, how can he lead a team to a victory in the rival game? And he's got to play within himself. And, the offense is based upon certain principles that he has to read out, and he has to slow the game down. And, one of the hard things up there is, the tension level, the excitement level, you can feel it. It's palpable. There's no doubt. And as a quarterback, you have to block all that out. You have to slow the game down. And, you're working all week in practice with, the guys. I'm hopeful that, we'll be at as close to full strength as we can be. But sometimes, heck, I remember in 2005, the first series of the game, our starting defensive end, Bobby Carpenter, broke his leg.
Oh, yeah.
And all of a sudden, freshman James Laurinaitis is running out there against a great Michigan team, and we're without one of our senior, leaders, producers. So you never know what's going to happen from an injury standpoint. And some of the real legacy and folklore of this rivalry comes, from some of the, unknown things that you thought going into the game. So Julian's just got to take care of business and do what he does. And those things like the Heisman Trophy and all that, they take care of themselves.
Well, when you sit down on Saturday, the game, when it hits noon, how does Jim Trestle watch an Ohio State-Michigan game these days? Are you going? Are you at home? Are you with family? Are you by yourself in a bunker just losing your mind? How do you watch the Ohio State-Michigan game these days?
Well, when it's at home, like a year ago, I was there. I'm not going to go up to the big house. I have no interest in going to the big house. But,
I blame you.
I enjoy watching games where you can watch, as opposed to being around 15 people who want to, say, hey, should they do this? Well, what would you do? Should they do that? And so I enjoy just focusing in and I have an interesting weekend. My Youngstown State Penguins are playing Yale at 12 noon in the playoffs, so I might have to have two screens going on because two of my families are at war in very important ball games.
Very good. Well, we'll keep an eye on that one, too, because that's obviously, if Coach Tress is interested in it, then we're interested in it as well. Jim, we appreciate the time today. Thank you so much. Have a great Thanksgiving And hopefully we'll talk again soon.
Happy Thanksgiving. All righty. Take care.
There you go. Jim Trestle joining us in the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. I love that even a guy who's as buttoned up as him, who's as calm as it gets when it comes to these type of moments, says, "Oh yeah, Michigan? No, it's a different week." I love hearing the tension in his voice.
That's just a fact.
love hearing it.
That's just a fact.
I love it. It's great. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, Jamar Chase has apologized for being an idiot. We will talk about that. You'll hear what he said next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good Tuesday morning to you. Well, some much better news despite all the rain we're still noticing on our roads. Way out on the east side by Buckeye Lake, we had a crash that just cleared up, folks. It was on 70 in that westbound direction as you're passing State Route 13 over by Newark. The right shoulder was blocked, but again, crew members left the scene not too long ago. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. If you've hit your medical deductible, now's the time to see Dr. Mark Levy. Get a custom oral appliance that stops snoring and helps you ditch that CPAP and pay less out of pocket. Call 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com before the year ends.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, is it true?
What's that?
Tire Discounters is offering up to $200 off sets of Goodyear tires?
Absolutely.
Plus free alignment and a full synthetic oil change?
You got it.
I'm not one to exaggerate, but that may be the best deal in the history of the world.
But free would be better.
Mike, don't toy with me.
Through the holidays, every day we're open, someone will get their money back on 4 tires.
But I...
Just breathe, Phantom. Breathe.
No purchase necessary. Ends 12/31/25. Visit website for details.
Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
My furnace stopped working. Your competition said it's fried. When I saw their cost to replace it, I could have just died.
We can give a second opinion, give you options and advice. We'll strive to earn your trust and make you a client for life.
Get a free second opinion. Replace or repair.
Call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
Hey guys, you've heard of TRT, but you have no idea what testosterone can do for you. Once you start treatment, you'll wish you had done it sooner. All the guys I know go to Synergenics and Low T Center for TRT. The test is free, not hundreds of dollars. The testosterone is pure, not compounded. Guys feel full of energy, not like they're still waiting for it to kick in. Get in now for your free TRT test. No appointment necessary before 10 a.m. or book ahead at fixmylowt.com.
Get ECO.
Every kid deserves new toys at Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Get ECO.
Eco plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians donate thousands of dollars to Toys for Tots each year. And this year will be our biggest donation ever.
Are you willing to buy a new toy for a little kid this Christmas?
Every Eco location in Ohio is officially a Toys for Tots drop-off location.
And every Eco plumber, electrician, and HVAC technician will be delighted to transport any new unwrapped toys that you would like to donate to Toys for Tots.
Buy a toy for a kid this Christmas.
Or a bunch of new toys.
And give them to any Eco technician you happen to see.
To drop off a new unwrapped toy at the Eco location nearest you, just go to geteco.com for our street address.
Get ECO.
Generous plumbers, Merry Christmas electricians, and buy a kid a new toy this year, HVAC technicians.
GetEco.com.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Don't let your insurance benefits go to waste. End the year sleeping better with Dr. Mark Levy's oral appliance. No mask, no noise, just results. Hurry, deductibles reset soon. Call 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or go to sleepbettercolumbus.com today.
At the Ohio Lottery, we make Keno fun. Your way. That means you pick your wager. Will it be $1, $2, a crisp $20? Your call. Like picking your own numbers? Use any inspiration you like. Birthdays, jersey numbers, you name it. And if you don't feel like choosing, there's the Super Quick Auto Pick. With regular promotions that'll get you more bang for your Keno buck, multiple ways to win, prizes galore, and live draws every few minutes. Anytime is the right time to get in on the Keno action. Keno is always fun, your way. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Fraud in government is a crime, and it robs taxpayer dollars. I'm Ohio Auditor of State Keith Faber, and my job is to catch people that lie, cheat, and steal, report suspicious behavior, and help stop fraud. Learn the red flags, speak up, and protect your tax dollars by calling 1-866-FRAUD-OH.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Get a recap of all the day's news from across the state. The ONN Daily Podcast. Listen at onnradio.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts from the Ohio News Network.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone here for Window Nation. Living in Ohio, you want your home to be comfortable year-round, your family protected, and an investment you can feel great about for years. Now, during Window Nation's end-of-year sale this November, you could save big on windows that do just that. You'll save 50% off all window styles, plus you can get 0% interest financing for 5 years. Window Nation's proven quality windows are so good you'll actually save money on lower utility bills every single month. And they're backed with a lifetime warranty. Window Nation even has an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau and over 45,000 5-star customer reviews. And did I mention you could celebrate your newly upgraded home with a chance to get 2 Ohio State game day tickets? Don't wait to put an end to your window problems. Window Nation's end-of-year sale is your chance to save big with 50% off all window styles, plus 0% financing for 5 years. Window Nation, a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. The sale ends soon, so visit windownation.com today to get started. That's windownation.com.
Common Man and Timmy, they're good, clean boys. If you enjoy a radio show hosted by immature men with slightly above average sports knowledge, they've got you covered.
Weekdays from 3 to 6.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We're looking at a mix of clouds and sunshine here for your Monday with highs into the mid to upper 50s here for this afternoon. Winds fairly light at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Heading into tonight, we're tracking more clouds and eventually some rain arriving after midnight, which will continue into the day on Tuesday. Highs are in the upper 50s here on your Tuesday, but we're tracking a cold front that will bring a few more rain showers here into Wednesday morning. And that's a look at your 10 weather impact forecast. I'm meteorologist Aaron White here on 97.1 The Fan.
It's finally here. Rivalry Week.
Sponsored by your Central Ohio Toyota dealers.
We're talking about the Buckeyes and meat chicken all damn week. Join us, The Fan. Just a reminder, Tyvis thinks all pizza tastes the same. Also a reminder, Tyvis was born without taste buds. You're listening to Bone and Tyvis.
Our thanks to Jim Trestle for jumping on. If you missed it, you can get the podcast of this show wherever you get podcasts. Just go search up T-Bone and Tyvis in your favorite podcast app. It's all there for free, and it comes to you every day if you hit subscribe on it.
Did you catch his light flex when Tyvis asked if he had a favorite moment? And he's like, nah, that would, diminish the other 8 teams because I beat them 9 times.
Oh, yeah.
That was my favorite part.
He had another light flex, too, where he said, that time where we lost to them the one time
in 10 years. So great.
I do think, by the way, I'm sure, because he mentioned that he regretted that Michigan didn't let him do the walkthrough in 2003 with the players on Friday. Usually when they go up to Ann Arbor, they would go into the stadium and walk around. And they said, oh, there's too much construction. It's like, yeah, I'm sure after that he was ready for the construction argument. He was like, yeah, you know what? I don't care. Get a helicopter. We're going in. We're getting there somehow, some way. I don't care about construction. We're making this happen. But yeah, good interview. If you missed it, go find it wherever you get podcasts. Just search T-Bone and Tyvis. It'll be right there. And tomorrow, 9:30, Urban Meyer joins Bishop and Friends. He will join us on Friday as well. So we will have plenty more OSU coaches joining us throughout the week here.
The funniest part is he likes to watch the game and be able to watch it in peace. Instead of
most relatable thing I've ever heard, right?
What would you do?
Could you imagine being Jim Trestle and you're at a party, like he said, even if it's people who are like, Coach, what would you do here? And he's like, I just want to watch the game. I don't know. I'd call the winning play. That's what I'd do. Leave me alone.
I say it was funny because where was we at where they was like, oh, if we go to Thanksgiving, they're gonna be like, so. That cousin you haven't seen in a while. So we think of the Buckeyes.
That's like, I mean, you get that as a former player. I even get it as a dumb radio host, right? Where and I don't blame my friend. That's what my friends and family want to talk about. I want to talk about it too, but I can only imagine what it's like if you're a former player like yourself, let alone head coach of the thing that won a national championship and all that. Like, yeah, man, I'm sure everyone does want to know that. So It was very relatable to hear him say, no, I got to be in a room by myself. And to him also say, and I've got another thing I got to watch too, which as a gambler personally, I relate to that, where it's like, no, I'm interested in this one game.
You put multiple screens up.
Well, because I have the other one where it's like, I put some money on this game. I got to keep an eye on it. So that's just how
that
it
is
goes.
called sweating the bet.
Yes.
That's not healthy.
Dylan knows nothing about that. He doesn't know anything about what we're talking about. Right,
No
Dylan?
idea.
I've done that one time. I would never. I'm cool.
I don't understand how you can make a bet and then not want to monitor it at all. That's what's weird to me.
Yeah, so like
The
if I
set it and
bet,
forget it
so
thing is
like for
weird.
example, if I bet a Cavs parlay, right? What I would do is I would go on my day and do whatever I'm doing, and then I check it at halftime. And by halftime, you could be like, "Oh, that probably it probably is gonna hit, or that's not gonna hit, right?" And then if it's like close to hitting, all right, let me go tune in to see what's going on, to see how they playing a little bit. But I'm not about to just sit there and watch the whole entire game to watch this, because that's just too much. That's
I'm
too much.
sweating my bet. I have my betting apps open. I'm looking at what the cash out option is, just in case I need to do that.
I'm not doing all that. That's no.
I'm watching the complete opposite way you're doing it.
Yeah,
I already told
I'm
you.
gonna check on it a couple of times. Hopefully by the time it's over with, I'm probably gonna be asleep. So when I wake up in the morning, I'm gonna check it in the morning. If it hit, great. If it don't, great.
The play for me on Saturday, I already said, if you could go to the store and pay $25 to know that Ohio State would win the game, would you do it? Of course, a lot of people would probably spend more than that, right?
So you can
go put $25 on it. You can put whatever you're willing to lose. Put it on Michigan to win outright. And the only result that gets you paid is if the worst thing happens. If you're okay with losing $25 to guarantee a Buckeye victory, I mean, you're not guaranteeing it, but you know what I'm saying? Like, the only way you lose your $25 is if you get the result you want. So pay for a win. I do that every year.
No. I'm all in on the Buckeyes. I'm not.
Well, we
put nothing on the Wolverines. None of that.
We put our
By the
beards.
way,
We put our beards on the line if the Buckeyes don't get it done Monday.
I fully expect to come in here with a nice lined up beard.
Well, Fish was already saying, should I have the barber on standby? I'm going to guess to shave us on the air. I'm sure
it ain't going to be any shaving.
I hope I never see that barber again. Yes.
It's not going to be any shaving.
Yeah. So this is from Jamar Chase. He put out a statement as he is now returning to practice with the Bengals. He said, to my team, fans, the Bengals organization, the Steelers organization, the NFL, Mother Teresa, all humans who've ever lived. No, he stopped short of that. He said, please know I'm speaking from my heart when I say I take full responsibility for my actions during last Sunday's game at Pittsburgh. What I did was wrong. What he did was spit on someone. The circumstances don't matter. My passion for the game is no excuse. There's zero place in our sport or in life for that level of disrespect. I want to personally apologize to everyone within the Steelers organization. I let my emotions in the moment get the better of me. I can only hope and trust that none of it represents who I am, not as a competitor, teammate, or person. I also want to apologize to my coaches, teammates, and organization for not meeting my own standards as a leader of the team. This has been a rough season with some incredibly hard losses. We've all been frustrated, but instead of stepping up with calm, class, and leadership, I let you down. My having to sit out yesterday's game makes my actions even more inexcusable. I won't let it happen again. And then he apologized to the fans as well. So that's with respect to Jamar Chase. Fine. What else is he going to say? Yeah, you have to apologize, but that was a very classy way to apologize for a very unclassy act of spitting in someone's face.
I just wanted to know why it take now. But when they asked you about it after the game, you denied it. When there's video evidence of you doing it.
He said, if I wanted to spit on him, I would have spit in his face.
Yeah.
He hit him in the chest. He's like, no, I would have spit in his face if I was trying to spit on him. But you did spit on him. It got in you missed. That's all it is. You're bad at spitting. Great at football, bad at spitting. Is that allowed? We can say that. There's no problem with that. I don't think that gets us in any FCC trouble. We're good. Okay, fine. Great.
I need to know, like, what is, like, I don't care how mad you were in that situation. What made, like, who raised you to spit on somebody?
Oh,
like,
it's like
I can see, like, it's more acceptable. Like, I was mad, so I just started swinging on people. That's more acceptable. But when you was mad, and I thought, I'm gonna spit on you. That don't even make sense.
Well,
there's something wrong.
Yeah,
there's something wrong.
To that point, like if someone, let's say you lose your temper quite often, right? Let's say you're someone who's quick to anger. I'm someone who's quick to anger. I have to work on that. But like if you get mad and every once in a while you punch a hole through like your wall at home, you can come back to the people you love and say, hey, that's not who I am. That doesn't represent who I am. It's not what I do. But like you had it in the repertoire of things that you might do. Like it's there because you did it.
Yeah, I would invest in him a punching bag. Well, next time you are upset, you see this thing right here, you hit that as hard as you can.
Like Jamar Chase to say,
I actually have one of those in my house.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nice little punching bag.
I'm just saying, Jamar Chase to say like it doesn't represent who I am, but you had it in. It's not something where you just went crazy and never like you've had this in the back of your mind. Like I could spit on someone. It's not in the back of my mind. It's not in the back of your mind, is it, Tyvis?
I've never thought about
it.
Like, I used to say that just like to get people mad, but like the actual do it, I would have never done that.
No, of course.
Spit on somebody like I'm mad at you, so hot too.
Yeah.
That's just give him that huck to and spit on that thing.
That's right. I don't. So whatever.
He gonna come out and then this Thursday he gonna have 177 yards and 2 touchdowns. Him and Joe Burrow's gonna be back. Watch.
You know what? Bengals fans would love to see that. I do know this. He went and practiced at Cincinnati's indoor facility, and they showed pictures of it. Nicer than the Bengals indoor facility.
It's not shocking.
Because he can't practice. He couldn't practice with the Bengals last week, so he was just on his own. And it's like their indoor facility looks great. It's got windows.
For like $400,000 or something like that.
It's a costly spit. Costly amount of spittle.
Could you imagine that waking up Friday and knowing that you ain't getting that direct deposit of $400,000? Man.
No, I can't imagine that because I can't imagine having his salary in general. So, yeah, I can't imagine having to hit the salary
I think
either.
the Powerball up to like 660 million.
You and me. Let's do it. Dylan, you in? Let's all go buy a ticket. Let's make it happen.
I'll do it for the group.
All right, fine. More rivalry talk next. Former Pick North product and, yes, technically a Wolverine. Jake Butt joins us in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, not only are we seeing more of those wet roads out there, we are also seeing traffic really start to pick up, especially for folks over on our north side this morning. We're talking Powell, Worthington, and Westerville. 270 in both directions, eastbound and westbound, 23 northbound, even 315 in that southbound direction. Heading towards the city, pretty slow moving out there, so do keep that in mind. But hey, some much better news. If you're taking 315 in that northbound direction, 670 to 270 will only take you 11 minutes on this Tuesday morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
At Baths R Us, we believe home improvement is life improvement, and that starts with a team who brings your vision to life. Our installers aren't just skilled, they're experts.
This is who we are. This is what we do all day, every day.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsrus.com. 380-225-2284. Baths R Us, where dreams soak in.
Hey folks, it's Austin Ward, and Thanksgiving is approaching quick. Still plenty of time to get your Awaken 180 consultation on the calendar to receive your $500 off. It's a thank you from Awaken 180. No, you don't need to start the program right before Turkey Day. Simply have your consultation now and be ready to start the Monday after. 4 weeks before the new year, and with results like mine, you could be down 27 pounds on your way to dropping 50. Fast results, and now with $500 off. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
I'm back to doing what I love and more. Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Visit the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway near the Polaris Mall or on Stringtown Road in Grove City. Walk-ins are always welcome.
Getting cold feet? Call Care Heating and Cooling and we'll fix your furnace fast. Call 1-800-COOLING.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
Tyvis Powell helped the Buckeyes win a national championship. T-Bone watched Tyvis Powell help the Buckeyes win a national championship. Equally important. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Well, you know, it's Rivalry Week right here on The Fan. Of course, we will have the game coming up at noon, all the coverage all week long, but also starting Saturday at 6:30 bright and early. We will be doing it all live, getting you ready for Ohio State and Michigan live from Ann Arbor. Coming up at noon, another guy who will no doubt be very invested in the outcome of that game. He is former Michigan tight end, now works for the Big Ten Network. Jake Butt joining us on the Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Jake, good morning. Thanks for taking the time during this very bitter rivalry week that we're in the midst of, but we appreciate you coming on today.
Yeah, of course. Where's you guys red? I talked to Beanie Wells yesterday, and he was making sure to wear red on our podcast.
Well, I mean,
Tyvis, at least you got some Ohio State on there. I'm wearing my blue.
I mean, first of all, it's scarlet, and you know that. And secondly, it's all military colors because we're all
time
ready
for war. Yeah, that's the whole reason why I'm wearing this one, military, because it's wartime.
I'm in a button down, so I guess I'm not ready for war.
So, Jake, when you obviously, a lot of people around here are scarred because of last year's result. When you look at that game, do you have an answer for like what happened? Because I've been trying to ease T-Bone's mind. He's panicked. He's lived in the Cooper errors, and I'm trying to get him to be like, we're going to be fine this year. Obviously, you don't see it that way. How do the Wolverines win this year?
How do the Wolverines win?
Yeah.
Or
how can they win? Because I don't see it, but how could you see them win in this game?
Well, I mean, it would start with what you just said. It's this game is clearly mental. It's become mental more than anything. And I think whether it's T-Bone or it's interesting to talk to a bunch of different Buckeye alums or fans, and there's a large percentage of the fan base that is still scarred and is completely hesitant to believe that the Buckeyes are going to find a way or Coach Day is going to find a way to win this. And that's just kind of where you're at in the rivalry, because if you just took all that away and compared the teams on paper, obviously Ohio State's been the better team this year and should win this game. I think, though, that the postseason run last year and winning the national championship and that infamous team meeting, I think that vindicated Ryan Day. I see him. I think he's been a completely different coach throughout the season. And I also think bringing in Matt Patricia is such a key piece to this. Does Michigan score 17 points, 20 points? Like that's going to be really, really tough for the Wolverines to get there. So it becomes a question of, can Michigan's defense hold the Buckeyes to under 17 or 20 points? And that's also going to be tough. The thing I'll tell you I'm most worried about as a Wolverine is the special teams. Michigan does not win that game last year without quality special teams play. And Michigan's special teams has been extremely problematic this year. Very, very problematic. And if this is going to be a close game, like I think we can all see this being a close game, special teams is going to play a factor.
Yeah. Missing field goals is something that that's more of a thing that I've come to expect under Ryan Day's tenure. So seeing Michigan's special teams do that last week, that gives me a little hope as a Buckeye fan. Right. Yeah. It's been all year, but I was locked in last week and I thought, I didn't expect this from Michigan. But, you know, a thing that I've learned with Michigan is that whenever I think, all right, every one of their running backs is hurt. There's a guy that they just picked up off the street who was just a guy who was in class last week, and now he's playing running back. And that guy could easily go for over 100 yards. How is it that Michigan always seems to find someone like that who can frustrate Ohio State in this game when it comes to running the football?
It's the offense. It starts with the offensive line and the tight ends and the wide receiver. I mean, that's Michigan having a crystal clear identity on who they are and who they want to be in their formula for success. Like everyone, including the kicker and the punter, when they walk into Schembechler Hall, knows like, hey, we're the Wolverines. We're going to run the ball. We are going to win games by winning at the line of scrimmage. So that's how it's been Haynes, then Marshall, and last week it's Kuzdal. Whoever it is back there is running behind a dominant offensive line. And this is a young offensive line, too. They're starting 3 redshirt freshmen. The tight end room has been beat up. Max Bredesen, who is like the heartbeat of Michigan's offense. He's like your guy, Zach Boren, back in the day. The fullback tight end hybrid. He got hurt last week in Maryland. He's always a big piece of the rushing battle. It's those guys up front combined with the identity that really kind of allows Michigan to thrive. But I'd say the big difference is this year, Michigan has a young wide receiver in Andrew Marsh they have a guy. I think he has a chance to be a first rounder someday. I mean, the way he's playing right now, he's a day 2 pick by the time he graduates after his junior year. They actually have an ability to push the ball down the field. They have a quarterback with the arm talent to push the ball down the field and a quarterback with the athleticism to complement that run game. So Michigan is a much more complete offense this year too, which makes it a tougher equation to solve.
You just hit on one of the points that I wanted to talk to you about, Bryce Underwood. I mean, obviously, he was the number 1 quarterback. He's got great NIL value, but when you look at his statistics, it just hasn't really jumped off the page. Obviously, he seems like he's been catching his groove these last couple of weeks, obviously having a 2-touchdown game against Maryland last week. Why hasn't he really taken off? Like, you look at a guy like Julian saying this is his first start. I know it's not his first year in college, but this is his first year starting, and his numbers is what it is. Yes, I get the wide receivers, but why isn't that the case for Underwood? And you just talked about him having Andrew Marsh, who's going to be potentially a first-round pick one day. Why hasn't his numbers been better?
Well, it's, I don't think it's fair to ever compare Michigan quarterback numbers with Ohio State's quarterback numbers. And that's worked against Michigan too, because if you're a quarterback, I think you could do some anti-recruiting to Michigan, be like, why would a talented quarterback ever go up to Ann Arbor? You're not going to throw the ball. I just told you Michigan wants to run the ball. And I think that's why Michigan had to open up the big time checkbook to get Bryce Underwood in there. And I think they're trying to, evolve as an offense a little bit. But they're never going to be a pass first offense. Michigan's quarterbacks are never going to put up the numbers like what Ohio State's quarterbacks are. But I would say for where he's at as a true freshman, giving where the offense was last year and where the quarterback play has been outside of even really J.J. McCarthy, I think a lot of Michigan fans are really happy with what the quarterback play has put on display this year. And I think the best is yet to come. And the big test here is no one in Ann Arbor cares if he throws for 300 yards or 400 yards. They just want to win. They want to beat Ohio State, and they want to compete for championships. So it's less about stats when it comes to quarterback play. It's more about, can you get the win within the context of the identity as a team. But I do want to say this to go back to, you guys watch that Ohio State defense and Matt Patricia. There's going to be a chess match that is, for an 18-year-old, that is tough. And I can't wait to see how he handles this. Patricia, I mean, it's a 5 down front. It's a 4 down front. It's a 3 down front. It's a penny front. It's Arvell Reese at the defensive end. Caleb Downs lines up at nose. It's 3 DNs, 4 DNs, exotic coverages. It's all these things. And that, as a tight end, and for the viewers, like that, it's not just, hey, go block the guys in front of you. That completely changes our calls as an offensive line unit in the run game, in the pass game, in the protection game. If you're hot or not, I mean, you're really stressing the mind of a young quarterback in a young offense. I think Michigan, 3 redshirt freshmen on the O-line, a freshman quarterback. You're playing a freshman wide receiver. You're playing young running backs. You're playing young tight ends. This is a young offense. The mental test is the most important thing this weekend for the Wolverines.
Jake, I got to say, this is some of the most intelligent breakdown of football we have had on this station in quite some time, which is why I know you were always destined to be a Buckeye. That's what we need. That's right. How we let you get away to Michigan, I will never understand. But I'm glad that you came on the air today, and we appreciate you taking the time. And obviously, we know you're proud of Pick North, right? You're the Pick North guy.
That's
which
right.
Is got to represent that too. So thanks for taking the time. Go Bucks. And beat Blue, and we'll talk next. Hopefully, can we talk sometime not during this week? Because I would rather do that when we don't have to talk during Michigan week, like where we could actually talk some other college football. Because I would love that.
Yeah, that would be great. But T-Bone, are you saying you're predicting Ohio State to lose, or you're just uneasy?
Oh, I'm uneasy. I like Tyvis said, okay. I am a Cooper era guy. I grew up going to school and seeing the one kid in Michigan gear and going, ugh. I don't want to talk to His name was Marty McFarty at our school. That's what we call it. That was his nickname. And every year he would wear his Michigan gear. And the day after, never otherwise, just on that day after, we all had to see him.
You see,
my day.
You see, Jake, I don't fret. I don't fret.
Yeah.
You know,
Can I ask you one more thing, though?
Yeah.
Is there anything that this team could have done this year for that feeling to be removed, or is it just you need to see a win for Ohio State for that feeling to be?
No, it literally, the years where, I don't want to bring up every negative here for Michigan, but the late 2015, 2016, some of these games where it got out of hand. The next year, I was like, but it could all fall apart this year. You never know. I never got over that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So now having 4 in a row where it hasn't happened, it's all of my PTSD is back from that. I got you. Yeah, it's bad. So, but thank you for giving me the perspective.
That makes sense.
I
was just trying to understand it a lited bit. Tyvis, you grew up, it was the exact opposite. You played in the exact opposite. So that's why you feel good.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's ran its course. Rivalries need a nice balance, and I think they've done a great job of balancing, getting some wins these last couple of years. But it's done now. I'm with you on the Ryan Day thing. I think that the loss last year needed to happen. He needed to have that tough meeting with his players. I think ever since then he has been different. I think the biggest thing is that he's learned to adjust and adapt to the game plan. Going out there, okay, it says that every year you have to run the ball to win the game. No, you don't. You just got to win the game by any means necessary. So I'm confident that whatever he needs to do to win this game, he's going to find that mismatch and exploit it.
If it's tight, though, going into
you sound like Dave Portnoy. I don't want to hear it.
I agree with you 100%, Jake. If it's tight at halftime, I am going to be passed out on the floor in nerves and shock and everything else.
It's tight at halftime. I'm still going to feel good.
You will too, Tyvis. If it's tight, there's going to be a little seed in your mind saying, here we go again. You put on the tough guy persona. You're not a tough guy, though. You got a great smile, great laugh, but come on.
Oh, he'll be nervous.
There's no way.
100%.
I put my beard on the line, Jake.
Yeah, he did.
He's going to shave it if
are you going to be there?
I will be there. The tailgate will be there.
Dang, I'm jealous.
Yeah,
all right.
I know.
Enjoy.
All right, Jake.
Thanks, Jake, for taking the time. We'll talk again soon. There you go. Jake Butt on the Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. We'll hit the buzzer next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, unfortunately, the roads are still looking pretty gross and yucky out there. With all the rain we're still noticing throughout the metro this morning. When it comes to traffic, the slowest parts are going to be definitely over on the east side by Bryce and Reynoldsburg this morning. Just a lot of people heading downtown and taking 70 in that westbound direction as you're approaching Bryce Road this morning. Also for folks in Grove City, if you're making your way towards the city in that direction, 71 northbound by Frank Road, no issues there, but it starts to get pretty congested. 71 northbound once again by Greenlawn Avenue on this Tuesday. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Another summer has ended, and you may have noticed that your energy is lower, your workouts aren't as productive, perhaps you aren't sleeping as well and feel foggy all the time, maybe even your sex drive is off. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if you're experiencing some or all of these symptoms, it's likely you have low testosterone. And if that's what's going on with you, don't wait. You need to call us at Tri-State Men's Health and get treated for your low T. Because living with low testosterone is no way to live. With our low T treatments, if you're like most guys, your life will change considerably. Improved sleep, better energy, greater gains in the gym, better mental clarity, and your sex drive will likely improve as well. Plus, most men see these results in just a few weeks. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes PSA and T-test and a medical consult. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices in the tri-state area to serve you.
Dormar, you're kind of hero. Toyota-thon is on. Get in the spirit of the season with a new Toyota. Now through December 1st, get 4.75 APR financing on remaining new 25 Corollas and Corolla hybrids. Excludes GR and Corolla Cross. Or lease a gas-powered 26 Corolla LE for $199 a month for 39 months with $36.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Diamond Sellers bring the world's finest jewelry to you at our annual holiday gala December 4th through December 6th. Celebrate the season of sparkle with up to 25% off for 1 weekend only at our Sawmill Road and Easton locations. Visit diamondseller.com/gala to learn more.
Hey, Central Ohio, it's Andrew from Home Team Solutions. And yes, we buy houses for cash the easy way. We've been buying houses for over 20 years and we've seen it all. Whether you've inherited a property, you're behind on payments, the house needs work, or just want to avoid the hassle of listing, we've got you covered. No repairs, no clean out, no stress, just a fair cash offer and you pick the closing date. We've helped hundreds of homeowners sell fast and hassle-free, and we're proud to have 5-star reviews all across Central Ohio and an A+ rating with the BBB. If you're ready to sell your house the easy way, call Home Team Solutions at 614-962-SELL. That's 614-962-7355, or visit us online at selltohometeam.com. Home Team Solutions, local, trusted, and family-owned. Again, that's 614-962-SELL. 614-962-7355 or selltohometeam.com.
Dormar, you're kind of hero. When your furnace or air conditioner is broke, we come out that same day. Dormar, home the Tin Man.
Did you know that Byers Airport Subaru is the oldest Subaru retailer in the entire country? And just like a veteran quarterback, we've been delivering winning drives for generations right here by the airport. During the 2025 Subaru Share the Love event, trade in your car for a new 2025 Subaru Outback for 0% for up to 36 months, and Subaru will donate $250 for every vehicle leased or purchased this month. Kick off your next adventure at columbussubaru.com. Subject to credit approval, financing offer term up to 36 months on 2025 Subaru Outback. Cannot be combined with any other incentives. See dealer for details. Offer ends 12/1/25.
Give the gift everyone wants. Fun in your own game room. Billiards Plus has gifts for everyone. Pool tables, shuffleboard tables, card tables, grills, and more. With professional delivery and installation, you'll beat the last-minute scramble. Reserve yours now. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Make your list, check it twice, and shop smart this holiday season. Open a Visa at Kemba Financial Credit Union and add some jingle to your wallet with $150 cash back after your first $1,500 spent within 90 days. Apply at Kemba.org. Restrictions apply. Offer ends 12/31/25.
Join Rothman and Ice every Thursday at 2:30 for Gold Jacket Thursday.
Presented by the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
A new Hall of Famer joins the show every week, but not OJ because he's dead and probably a murderer. The Fan.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Ohio Heating and Bryant. Doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Tyvis has a bum wrist from playing football. Bone has a bum wrist from opening the heavy doors at Sheets. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Our thanks again to all of our guests today. We had Jean-Luc Grandpierre on in the 7 o'clock hour. We
Hyphenator.
Jim Trestle joined us at 8. Jake Butt, you just heard if you were listening. If you missed any of those interviews, you want to hear them.
Booty.
They're all available on the podcast. Just go get them wherever you get podcasts. Just search T-Bone and Tyvis. Tomorrow, a show that you better not miss it because Bishop and Friends with Eric Reese are joining us now. You guys have Urban Meyer coming on tomorrow, 9:30, right?
Correct. Gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning.
So, don't miss any of the programs. But if you do, it's available on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts.
YouTube, podcasts, all of it. And
we're
now
everywhere.
We're even doing a little video on YouTube with the guests now. Jake Butt got to see his wherever he is. I don't know if it's room or den or whatever. He had a Michigan helmet in the background.
Who y'all have on yesterday? Did y'all do the video thing too?
We did not do it yesterday.
Y'all doing it today?
Tune in and find out.
Oh, hey.
That is called a
there it is.
Here's the thing. Did Baker get his phone fixed? Because I know yesterday his phone was all sorts of messed up.
I got a text from him yesterday. It still showed up green.
Well, he said he got he got a new phone, but
I don't think it was fixed. I think he
got a new phone.
Maybe.
Oh,
he said he got a new phone.
That's what I mean. It was green. It can't be a regular phone that people use in 2025. I got green text.
He probably got the same flip phone.
I don't think.
I'm on the green.
Yeah.
I'm texting green. That's what you get when it's not an iPhone, right?
Can you FaceTime on your phone?
Yeah.
Well,
it's just not called FaceTime.
You can do everything that
I can send emails. I can even go on the World Wide Web on my phone, Tyvis. It's crazy.
I mean,
that thing got the internet.
I've only been with believe it or not, I've only had an iPhone for 10 years. I was a big Droid guy.
That's
Galaxy.
amazing.
I was a big Galaxy guy.
Were you? Well, I don't know if you heard, they started exploding there for a while. So
Did they?
I think they did. I think they got that fixed, but that was a thing for a while. So what do you guys have coming up today, Reeser?
Joshua Perry at 9:30, Dom Taberi at 10:30. Angelique Chengelis covers the Wolverines for the Detroit News. She'll be on at 11:30. I cannot guarantee any of them will appear via camera. They will be on courtesy of the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline.
Joshua definitely has the camera capabilities.
Yeah.
So
he does.
You can see about throwing that in there if you want to.
10 o'clock we'll do the real truth. 11 o'clock we'll blitz the NFL from the past week.
Do you think, Reeser, that I am being unreasonable?
Yes.
By having, that's true. I always am. Being unreasonable with the level of nerve that I'm feeling, the level of unsettled nerves I have right now about this game.
No.
Okay. I mean,
I'm very nervy. And here's the thing I didn't want to do and give Jim Harbaugh credit because he talks about chicken being a nervous bird and those who consume a lot of chicken are nervous people.
I forgot about
those who
that.
can't see, I'm raising my hand. I consume a lot of chicken. I am very nervous about many things. This game in particular.
You're the one that always says, fret not, friends.
Well, yeah, I say that, but that's just a gimmick, man.
By the way, I always wanted to yell at Jim.
Behind closed doors, I'm just nervous and anxious. And
I'm disappointed in you.
Yeah, me too. You sound like my mom.
I wanted to yell at Jim Harbaugh when he would say that about it being a nervous bird. It's like, yeah, because his favorite meal was steak. And it's like, yeah, what's better, to be a little nervous and aware of your surroundings or be a dumb cow that just gets led to the slaughter every year and doesn't even know what's happening? I don't think that's necessarily great either.
All y'all doing is proving Dave Portnoy right. Pressure.
Oh, I'm not proving
pressure.
it. He's
pressure.
Nothing that we're doing is adding any pressure.
No, we're just talking. Talking about how we feel about our feelings. That does not have anything to do with how like superstar athletes feel when they go out there and do superstar athlete things. So hopefully the Buckeyes don't have any of those nerves that I do. Find out coming up at noon on Saturday. We'll get it all
you got a
sorted
couple
out.
days to feel better about it, I guess.
Yeah, but you know, at noon today, you can hear Ryan Day talk about maybe some of the injury issues. I'm sure you guys will be getting into that as well. You never know.
Talk about
Jeremiah went on a podcast and gave an injury update more substantial than what Ryan Day's done over the last 3 weeks.
I didn't have that on my bingo card, but I'll take it.
Y'all should talk about Myles Garrett getting MVP.
Okay. You just did.
There you go.
That's really all you've got to say about that. At least defensive MVP.
Yeah.
I think there's a 37-year-old quarterback in Los Angeles who's probably deserving of the NFL MVP.
There you go. Perfect. All right. Bishop and Friends coming up next 9 to noon right here on The Fan. Thanks, Reeser.
Shove it down your throat.
It's time for the buzzer.
Sponsored by Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems. Find your local Bryant Heating and Cooling dealer at Bryant.com.
So a positive note to leave you with today. Bernie Kosar, our guy, apparently leaves the hospital 1 week after getting his life-saving liver transplant. So I think we can all clap for that.
Shout out to Bernie.
That's very good.
I love Bernie.
They said surgeon Dr. Zoe Stewart Lewis completed the complex 10-hour operation in 5 hours, allowing for a remarkably quick recovery that surprised the medical team. They thought he was going to be in there for months.
You matter.
And instead, he's already talking. He did a press conference yesterday, so great news to see for him.
And
we
I
are
think
thrilled
today
for
is
Bernie
his
Kosar.
birthday.
Is it really?
I think he turned 62 today.
Happy birthday, Bernie Kosar. Obviously, legendary Browns quarterback, and he's been in our thoughts with all that. So glad to hear that things are going better for him in that regard. But yeah, it's I can't imagine facing that down. So good to see that he's doing fine. All right, that's it for us. Have a great rest of your Tuesday. Go Bucks, beat Michigan. We'll be back to talk tomorrow with you. Enjoy your day. It's T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and welcome to your Tuesday. Still noticing some wet road conditions out there for your Tuesday. And of course, that's following up with some slower drive times and travel times throughout the metro this morning in many spots out there. So keep that in mind. Of course, when you're driving in these conditions, these rainy conditions especially, make sure to leave with some safety tips here. Decrease your speed. Always avoid any hard braking if you can, and leave plenty of distance between yourself and other cars around you. Again, safety is top of mind this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu.